Hey everybody, and welcome to a forgiving wild ride with Steve-O. We're looking back at the past with Roman Atwood, and we're just coming to terms with some things that weren't that great. And we're moving forward in a positive way. It's a good thing. And speaking of forgiveness, man, my wiener does not let my girl off the hook for 1 second. After I chew up my Blue Chew tablets, there is no forgiveness. When I chew up my Blue Chew tablets, my wiener has declared war with Lux's vagina, and that's how it is. Now, what is a Blue Chew tablet? It's a delicious, chewable tablet that contains the same active ingredient as both Viagra and Cialis, except they only cost a fraction of the price. This is it, baby. Blue Chew tablets give you a major boner, and I love using them, and my girl Lux really loves it when I use them too. Now, of course, they do require a prescription, but fortunately, when you go to BlueChew.com, you easily and quickly consult with one of their medical providers right there on the website, and you're taken care of very fast with the Blue Chew tablets in the mail. What's even better is that Blue Chew loves the listeners of the Wild Ride podcast so much, they're ready to give you an entire month's supply of Blue Chew tablets completely for free. All you gotta pay is $5 for shipping. I mean, you can't beat it. I love it. I swear by it. I think you're going to love it too. So go to BlueChew.com and use the promo code Steve-O to get an entire month's supply of Blue Chew tablets absolutely for free. All you pay is $5 for shipping. You and your boner are going to thank me, so hop to it and let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, Roman Atwood.
Hey guys, dude, listen. I don't lose sleep for a lot of people. I was freaking pumped for this, man. Like, so stoked.
Well, dude, I was itching to get you on, and here we are on my tour bus in Ohio, and you reached out. I was thrilled, super thrilled.
It's such an honor.
And, dude, I couldn't even believe it. I was like so excited. I texted you, wait till you get a load of the tour bus, and I sent you a picture of our setup, and you said, I watched Dave England take a dump on that table.
I did. It was like the last thing I watched.
And I'm like, whoa, dude, Roman's actually like watching. That was at the end of that episode.
Dude, of course, man.
Dude, it's crazy, man.
What
it's
a sick
really
setup. You got to show people this. Like, you need to show people your setup. I have so much more respect for your setup. You've got cameras hanging from the ceiling. Yeah. You've got Scott rocking it with the mixer on his lap. Like, this is like full optimization of what you do.
For sure, man.
It's inspiring.
It's tripod free these days, which I'm super stoked on.
That's so cool.
And I mean, yeah, it's a piece of shit RV, which we've disguised as a tour bus, and we have problems with it all the time. But I love to hate it, and I fucking just love it too.
That's the RV life.
Yeah.
They fall apart. That's what they do. But it looks dope. There's no discreet bus here. This is like...
Dude, I go back and forth on regretting the obnoxious wrap with my face and name all over the bus. We got a custom-made LED sign on the door that says, it's not okay to knock. Please do not disturb.
That's it, but the rest is so welcoming.
You know, since
Some people knock.
Oh, have we already had knockers?
We've had knockers.
Wow, okay.
But the sign wasn't on.
Yeah,
those lot lizards, man, they can't resist.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, resist a good tour bus.
It's all good though, man, because when we're driving down the road and we hear like bum 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 bum, like all these people
Absolutely.
honking, it's rad.
Everybody knows. There's no way you don't. It's like...
It's really rad. But so, dude, when was the last time I saw you? It was like 2015 or something?
Gosh, no way. Has it been that long?
What was it when you did the P video with Bobby Lee was in it too?
Oh, the Bobby Lee P video. Dude, your insight on editing would really impress me when we made that P video. Yeah, I was like, yo, Roman, I want to steal your idea and do the fake peeing with the water bottle. Yeah. And I remember you helped us turn that around and get it out like in... The shot it the one day and it can put it out the next day.
I feel like we came out here when you balanced the ceiling and the drop of the water on your vlog.
We dropped a knife from the ceiling into my mouth on your kitchen island.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
We've actually done more than I thought. You've been here Maybe a couple times.
I've been here a couple times because I don't think that was the new house. I think that when we dropped the knife into my mouth, it was the old house.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think that you could drop a knife from a ceiling into your mouth.
Sad times, man. Sad times.
I think YouTube's become considerably more sensitive since then.
You also taught my boy Noah how to juggle, which was cool. He's 17 now.
Wow.
What?
Yes, sir. He is a man almost, and
wow, yeah, dude, you keep cranking out kids like it's no
just
big
I'm a little
deal.
human factory.
He's your oldest, right?
He is.
You had him when you were 21.
Yeah, 23.
How old are you now?
39, man.
Wow, dude.
39,
Yeah, we're the
man.
same age.
You're 39.
Yeah.
It's insane, man.
Time is evil, and especially evil when you watch your loved ones growing. My daughter turns 5 tomorrow.
Wow.
And it's the most precious thing in my life. And she's so excited to turn 5, and I'm just heartbroken. So I just want her to stay 4 forever.
Man. Crazy.
So yeah, time's evil. It goes fast, man.
Yeah. Now, I remember that you, at a certain point, like being that you're like the godfather of vlogging, right? I mean, there was you and Shay Carl.
Yeah, Shay was
and,
earlier.
Casey Neistat.
Casey crushed it.
That you guys were all doing it like.
Yeah, you had like the Jesse Wellens and the early guys were like the Shay Carl, the Charles Trippy. They were like the OGs, you know.
Right.
And I kind of, I jumped in and happened to do well.
I mean, dude, it's insane because I remember like the whole prank, phenomena was going on in the year 2013 when I met you guys. And you were just committed to doing the daily vlogs as well. And the vlogs just took off, and you just were over the pranking, right?
It was the most risky move I did because coming from nobody and all of a sudden you're this big prankster on YouTube, that's like, you think it's your jackpot, that's your goal, that's where you're going to live forever. And I remember like making the call to my management and to YouTube, like, hey, not only am I going to move to vlogging, which was a crazy risk, I'm going to go PG. And I went family friendly.
Yeah.
From rated R to family friendly was so risky and scary. And I remember uploading sweating, like I was freaking out.
Yeah, and in hindsight, the timing of that was so beautiful. Like, you just kind of stepped away from pranking before that whole ship just fucking...
I saw it coming, and I really... I can't take that much credit, but I really seen something coming. It was becoming so saturated, and it was filling up with so much. And I could see YouTube starting to crack down a little bit. And I was like, guys, you got to evolve. Like, I warned everybody. And, the vlogging stuff, it was so fun to me. And it was also really who I was. I got to really be me. Pranking sometimes was awkward for me. I didn't always feel comfortable. That's why I had guys like Vitaly and Dennis and these guys that loved going out there and doing crazy crap.
Yeah.
I was like a cameraman and an editor, really, at the end of the day. It's like filming my life, my wife, my family was like, that's actually who I was. So it felt real and good.
Right, and by going PG... I mean, God, that just changes the whole dynamic on the business side of YouTube, right? I mean, for me, the ad revenue just has always been like borderline negligible because like the stuff I put out is not family friendly. And it is what it is. But didn't you start like a whole YouTube network to like your own MCN kind of a thing, a multi-channel network?
I didn't, but Shay did. Shay Carl had the big network. Maker.
He started Maker,
yeah.
I was with Maker.
And he killed it.
Yeah.
He killed it.
You didn't do that? Were you talking about doing it, or?
No.
I thought I remembered that.
No, I probably had conversations about it for sure, because
Right.
in my like rise, that was the thing to have. So I absolutely probably discussed it, but once Maker sold, it was like did
Maker even? Oh, they sold to Disney.
Yeah.
And then after Disney got it, didn't it just dissolve and fail?
I don't remember hearing about it after that. I don't know if they changed it. I don't know.
They bought it for like $500 million, right?
I think
It was some crazy number.
some crazy number that made Shay Carl a very rich man. And I think that as far as, we're probably losing listeners by talking about the business of Maker Studios, but I think it just straight failed and didn't turn into anything. I think it just disappeared.
Yeah, and some of them companies buy out threats too. Like if it was literally like could be threatening their content or viewership.
Right.
It's like shelf space, right? Like you buy the competition. There's an upcoming drink. You're taking my shelf space. We just buy it.
I think that's been the model of like the UFC. They've bought all these fight organizations.
Yeah.
So was doing daily vlogs for you kind of like what Casey Neistat was talking about? Like if they weren't in your like script, you couldn't hang out with them, you couldn't do certain things with certain people.
He said like he would be insulted by someone saying, "Hey, let's go out to lunch," like, and not film it. Like, what?
Yeah. Oh, it changed my whole life because you got, not only are you from, you got camera on somebody else's face all day, so you know your mom and dad and your brother, everybody. Right. I filmed everything, dude. I know it was annoying, but everybody dealt with it well. And going PG was another double-edged sword because it's really hard to be funny PG. It's for me. It's easier for me to be crude and get that those dad jokes are just funnier when they're crude. So going PG was tough for me. So I fell onto that family content.
But you got rad too. I remember when you were like, "Okay, now I'm gonna learn how to do a backflip on a motorcycle." Like that
true.
shit was
with
rad.
Travis Pastrana.
Yeah, I pretty much did what I loved to do and kept it clean.
And dude, I saw. I mean, dude, you've been on fire like recently with like just all different like contraptions and just like I'll be like commenting on your Instagram like, dude, this is the most like creative shit, you know. I love it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I think that like I wouldn't even necessarily put you in like a PG basket because like this is so much of the stuff you do is just straight crazy. It's like it's rad.
Here's the weird part. All my kids that watch me, they're all adults now. I've done it long enough now that I don't have no kids know who I am. It's all these high schoolers and college guys that come up to me. I watched you when I was a kid, right? And that was my very first step to starting a podcast. I realized I'm still making this kid stuff. I'm still blowing up RC cars, and I don't have anybody watching it anymore. They want real life. They want business advice. They want to be inspired. They want to learn how to live life. So I've started to fade from my kid audience, you know?
Right.
Now I have full-grown adults listening.
That's crazy, man. It really makes sense, dude. I have this buddy in Tampa. He's like the biggest radio DJ. His name's Mike Calta, and I just love this guy. Like, we get together and go out to dinner and shit. And there was a point where he was like, dude, my son, like, is... like losing his mind like Roman Atwood. Like he's so crazy about Roman Atwood. And I think at some point I was trying to like link you guys up, but I don't know if it worked out. And I think that like what you're saying adds up because he's you know, the kid's grown up and like maybe he went through like a Logan Paul or something, you know, like, and then it's crazy like to have kid audience. And it's so weird for me because I feel like I get older, they just stay the same age for me, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Dude. I could go on and on about how you've inspired me. Just infinitely, man.
Well,
we were chatting with Aaron out front, talking about how YouTube started, how Jackass was before that, and how...
Well, didn't YouTube start as like a dating thing? I think I do have that right, that YouTube started as a dating thing. And I got something to tell you about dating. I'm in a relationship, of course, with Lux. And to strengthen my relationship, I decided to get into therapy. And I couldn't be more glad that I did. And I couldn't be more glad that this episode is brought to you by BetterHelp.com, which is your one-stop shop for all of your therapy needs, where you'll find an entire network of professional, accredited therapists who can help you with whatever it is you're hoping to work on. And I can't speak highly enough about how much being in therapy is helping me. Not only with my relationship with Lux, but also in just addressing things like my out-of-control diet, like my email box, like anything that's giving me stress, I speak up about it, and next thing you know, I'm addressing it. So it's just helping me immeasurably, and I'm very happy to pass on this message to you guys and a big discount. If you go to betterhelp.com/Stevo, they're going to give you 10% off your first month. Plus, keep in mind that the therapy you get through BetterHelp is easier to set up. You can do it remotely, and it's way more affordable. So them giving you 10% on top of that is epic. I say take care of your mind. Go to betterhelp.com/Stevo and check out how well you can match people up with precisely what you're looking for. You can find the perfect therapist for you, and that's what I did. Again, I'm very happy I did. I hope that you get this BetterHelp. HELP. So please do, and let's talk about YouTube.
It definitely wasn't what it is now.
Yeah, for sure.
But a dating thing.
I think it was like a dating thing. They were trying to, like, I thought that somehow Jackass was like an inspiration to the people who started YouTube. But then I got into some like documentary about YouTube. On YouTube, and it was like, I think that if I remember correctly, it was like, oh, it was some dating deal, and they just had a video component so that you could like upload videos
of yourself
to introduce yourself to potential dating partners.
Interesting.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know, but yeah, it's rad. I mean, the whole way the world has changed with technologies is insane. I remember when we were here last. You were running a merch operation out of your garage, and you had all of your family like packing up the parcels and shipping them out and everything.
Yeah.
And I remember Scott and I being struck that you had only like one item, just the Smile More shirt, and that was it. And I think they were all like royal blue and like no other colors.
Yeah.
And I remember like us thinking, man, like I wonder like why even back then we were like, man, every time we add a new piece of merch, like our sales just go up. You know, did you ever end up like diversifying your merch?
So here's the funny part. We just recently moved the company to Texas.
Okay.
I've partnered with a close friend of mine. We own Bunker Branding, and we actually run merch for 50 different influencers. So
so it's a fulfillment house.
Our companies fulfill. We also produce all the product in house.
Okay.
So you have a viral idea, that shirt can come out that day on your website, right? So we're quick. But the funny thing with Smile More, which is this logo, still to this day, we tried forever to release new art, and the only thing that would sell was our plain white Smile More logo. It was like our Nike swoosh. It's like the only thing people wanted was that brand. It's like I branded it as that logo, not necessarily the word Smile More.
Right. I mean, it's a great thing. I mean, it's hard to see Smile More and not feel good.
It fit with who I am, and you know, I always just try to inspire people. I want people to have a better life, and Smile More was me for real. So it's always been fun to push that.
Yeah.
But just recently, as in 2 months, we're starting to drop new art, and we're testing it. So I'm pumped to move forward. But man, I'm telling you, we branded it so hard as that logo. It's hard to like. You know,
dude, we struggled so much selling apparel for the longest time, and it drove me nuts because I've got books, I've got skateboards and stuff, and all of these things that we sell, I'll sign everything. I spend like so much time signing merch they sell, and it's the signatures that I put on the merch that actually make the things sell.
Absolutely.
And like the t-shirts that I don't sign, it's just like they just fucking sit in the warehouse and just collect dust, and it drove us nuts until we tried the new model, which we heard great things about from other podcasters, where you present a shirt design, you say this is limited, we're taking orders for the next 7 days, you can pre-order it now, then because people know that after those 7 days it's never going to exist again, there's an urgency to get it, so they buy it like crazy. We take the orders for 7 days, and then we turn around a production run super fast and ship them out.
And no overhead, because you know how many you need to order.
You're not gonna you're gonna print as many as you've already sold, and we've done it twice so far, and finally I feel like we've cracked the code.
Yeah, now, that's awesome. That's exciting.
Well, with your model, it sounds like a little bit of like a Teespring model, right? Like you're printing to order.
Yeah, we're playing around with that same concept though with the pre-orders. Nobody seems upset that they have to wait a few weeks to get the merch.
Don't make them wait a few weeks.
Well, if you pre-order, like this is coming out next month, you know.
Yeah, well, I think you got to get a like that. Scott can answer this better, but like we just finished a pre-order window yesterday.
There's like a rapid
and
prototyping
they're printing
department
right now. And the other thing that's great about it too, because we've got this like pretty substantial company that produces and distributes to retailers. So they're like,
they know what's up.
12 color silk screens, no problem. You know, like huge.
Yeah, it looks like a photo.
That's amazing.
Yeah, huge operation. And what's good about that is that it's not like heat transfer bullshit. You know, we're turning it around. We're printing every fucking pre-ordered shirt like today, and they're all like high level silk screen. And we'll have them out with,
7 days.
That's awesome.
7 days? What?
yeah. Obviously, speed is everything.
Right.
With the signature thing, you remember when I filled my house with those plastic play balls?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I fronted $40,000 for them balls, and at that time, it was so hard for me to do. And I remember freaking out, like, how do I pay these balls off? Like, I need to capitalize on these balls. So I did the same thing. I'll sign everybody that places an order. I'll sign a ball.
Wow.
And it was like instantly $60,000. Like we paid the balls off instantly. Everybody got a ball signed. It was just like such a fun story of like how well that signature worked.
Yeah.
And how quickly. It was like instant.
Dude,
were you broke at the time? Or?
Well, I wasn't broke, but
Roman's been killing it for a long time.
Yeah.
But that video single-handedly changed my whole career. So it was before that. I certainly had the income to pay it, but coming from broke, I was always so scared to spend $40,000 for a wing. I have no idea if this is going to be a hit, right? It's like a risk.
I think that as a rule, for me, like if I'm investing, because that's all I do, it's like oh man, like I'm gonna do a podcast, let me buy a crazy expensive Sprinter van, best purchase I ever made, and then it's like, oh, I'm on tour now, I've graduated to theaters, like renting a tour bus sucks, let me buy a piece of shit RV, best move I ever made, like and production wise, like I've spent insane amounts of money to produce like big stuff, and every time I've bet on myself in that regard, it's worked out. I think anytime that you invest putting money back into your career so that you can give better quality like content, like stuff, like then it's always a good bet.
Make your money make money.
I was reading this stat today that like the two most sexiest things a man can do is one, have like veins popping out of his arms, and it was like really attractive for women to see veins, and then another one is being a successful risk taker, like risking it and then like being successful.
And also,
thank God he prioritized veins first.
It's just those two things. It's pretty wide range. And also, you hit a point where, especially in our field, you got to have tax write-offs, right? We have so little overhead on YouTube. You have to. My accountant, when I really started making money, it was absurd. He would literally call me and be like, you have to spend this much money this week or you're giving it to the government. So it would just force us to blow money. It was like we would just buy everything we need. It was a new work truck, a skid steer for the property. We just blow money. And it's like these type of things, those are expenses that you write off. Help avoid taxes. They're all business expense. They grow your company.
I don't think I have any trouble whatsoever spending money because I mean, like, we put money into production, and that's, like, you'll see tonight, and by the way, I'm so excited that you're coming to my show.
So pumped, man. So pumped.
I'm fucking flying around all over on a helicopter, dangling from a rope ladder.
Stop. This is big then.
Yeah.
Because the last time I saw your show was... Yeah, it was a big bar. It was nice.
Yeah, it was a comedy club.
It was a nice club, Cleveland. But it sounds like you're...
I mean, this is something I filmed for, like, but my show now is multimedia. So in the opening sequence, I'm, like, fucking on the roof of the house, and this helicopter drops a rope ladder, and I grab it, and I'm flying around, like, crashing through all this shit. The fucking helicopter flies over this tour bus, and I drop off the rope ladder and land on the roof of the moving tour bus.
Oh my god!
And then it's like the tour bus like takes me to the theater, and that's how I get this. So you watch.
So you see that, and then you walk out.
You watch me get to the show.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, the last show you were at was the Ice House Pasadena, I think.
It might be. It might be.
And then we all went out after.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's crazy. We've known each other for a good amount of time, and I'm excited to really get into how much you changed my life on your podcast, which is new, and that's kind of like...
Just hearing that seems impossible.
No, dude, it's insane. Like, I mean... And not just you. You were the first.
Yeah.
You know, you were the first to launch me into the digital space at a time when I thought that was like a terribly depressing demotion. I was like, dude, I'm a big time movie star, man. Like, I've been in like 3 #1 movies. Like, I've had my own TV shows. But now I'm gonna like upload a YouTube video.
I can see where that sounds.
And I swallowed my pride. I was like, and dude, thank God.
Then you
it's like you saved my life. You know what I mean? You brought about a rebirth. And there's been like a bunch of people who I meet, and they're excited to meet me, and I'm like, dude, I like get to glean from, you know, like Danny Duncan, like, you know, like Steve will do it, you know, like there's all these there's all these YouTubers who are just like as successful as like the top tier of, you know.
It is wild how big some of them have gotten. It's crazy. You get all that love because people care about you so much. Like the inspiration, you created us. Well, you created us.
I mean, it's rad that there's this mutual respect, and like adoration that's like, so, you know, and it started with my relationship with you, where like I knew I needed to start over, and I did, and you showed me the way. And like, you were my mentor, you know, and I have a number of relationships like that, and I'm so grateful that you know, that I could be teachable, you know, like it's
good
crazy.
For you for jumping in, man. You really were one of the first to take that risk and that jump.
I mean,
at your level.
It wasn't even. I don't even think that I see it as a risk, and I will save it for your podcast. What's the name of your podcast?
It's just the Roman Atwood podcast,
Dude,
man.
Thank God.
Bro, I had so many names, and everybody's like, it has to be Smile More. But I was like, I didn't want to turn the merch into the podcast, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I had Roman Atwood Pranks, Roman Atwood Vlogs. It just felt right, Roman Atwood Podcast.
Dude, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't love or hate it. It's just the name.
Yeah. That's, I mean...
Who reached out to who to get the vlog going, or to get your YouTube channel going?
I had
like an
connection
Instagram?
to Vitaly.
I remember exactly where I was sitting and what I was doing when you got on the phone.
Okay.
It was that special to me. Yeah, I was cloud 9.
I had met Vitaly without even realizing it at one of my meet and greets, and at an early comedy club before you and I even started working together. It would have been like 2011 or 2012 or something, maybe like 2013. But I'd take pictures with the entire audience after every show. Vitaly just happened to be one of those people, and his YouTube channel just blew up with his profile picture was me and him from the picture at my show. And I was in this spot in 2013, like trying to get something going, and I was like, you know, I was kicking around an idea where I was going to put together a team of like kind of jackass dudes, and so I was looking for like pranksters on YouTube, and that led me to Vitaly, like, hey, I've got this project. And what was crazy was that they were like, yeah, we're kind of killing it. We don't really need to be like your sidekick on a bullshit TV show. And even if they were willing, I couldn't sell the show. You know, I just couldn't sell the show, and that was where I was getting into a dark place, because, like, I lived in a world. What was real to me was a world where I needed permission from assholes in suits to green light some kind of project and fund it for me to be able to do anything. And here these guys showed me, hey, you know, like, your TV show idea, like, you know, like, whatever, like, we're just doing YouTube.
I just took a shit on a basketball court and made 10 mil.
Yeah, we know nothing about TV. That's all we know. Yeah.
But at that time, I didn't even know that there was, like, particularly money in making YouTube videos.
There was less at that time too. Like, yeah, we grinded for it, for sure.
Right, for sure. But so in any case, I somehow got a hold of Vitaly to try to get him to be a part of a TV show. And at the time, Vitaly and Roman were just this duo, just crushing it together. Like, and they I made videos with each of them. Well, with both of them for each of their channels, and they drove all of that traffic to my channel, and I landed on YouTube. Like,
it was one of the most exciting things I got to do. Really?
Did
you hit
rad.
1 million subs in?
I hit over 100,000 subs in less than 24 hours.
Which was wild, because that put you in the #1 most subbed for the day, right?
It's something like that.
Yeah, it was huge, but you hit 1 million quick, no?
I mean, reasonably quick. Yeah.
I mean,
reasonably
compared
quick.
to what we did, it's like brutal. But
and then you were flying to LA to do YouTube?
I was constantly back and forth from LA, like 2 flights a week almost. We were just.
I gotta believe that for your podcast now that it's gonna make sense for you to make some trips to just go out there and bank episodes.
We're in the works of putting a little studio right now.
Yeah, I mean it's the only way to go.
It really is. We're gonna have to chase some people down for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like Theo Vaughn's a good example of that. He moved out to Nashville, but he's in LA, like
shooting all this just
back and forth, and you can schedule it like strategically so that you go in there and just boom, 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 bank 4 episodes. You're good for the month.
Yes.
You know, go out there once a month.
And they media manage for you.
Yeah, guests are the, you want to...
that's the deal.
Yeah. I'm stoked to be doing a podcast. I feel like I've personally fallen in love with podcasts, which took me a while. I didn't... I'm a YouTuber. I make YouTube videos, the short form content, and I slowly started listening to podcasts. I'm like, I get this.
Dude, it tripped me out when you said that you listened to, that you saw the David Lynn
really?
thing. Dude,
Are you kidding me? Yeah, man. You guys are so crazy, bro. I'm like sitting here, wife and kids, just watching a dude poop on a table. This is 2 different worlds, man.
You want to shit on this table?
Yeah. Can I get you to pee in my mouth?
Yeah, dude. Let me just whip it out, bro.
Yeah, dude. But I say it all the time that I was like super resistant to the idea of jumping on the podcast bandwagon, just because I had been annoyed so many times by the question, "Will you be on my podcast?"
Interesting.
And I was, it was like, no, I don't want. Every fucking asshole has a podcast. No, I don't want to be on your podcast with no fucking audience, wasting an hour of my time to talk to 3 people. No, that's not something I want to do. And then to turn around and be the asshole asking that question.
Interesting.
Oh god.
Yeah, you would have been primed to ask, right? You're such a star, dude. Funny, it's so awesome to see Theo killing it. I was on his podcast back when it was no video. He just had like this recorder in the room and everybody talked into it. Mm-hmm. It was like early days, man. So it's so cool to see him killing, and he's such a funny dude.
He's so naturally funny.
He is so funny.
And it's weird because now he's become like this huge, like huge theaters, like he's at the highest level of
That's
comedy.
Epic, dude. I love hearing that.
And he's like it's just making him uncomfortable being so successful.
Oh yeah, he's such a hometown boy.
He's like, dude, like I'm not comfortable being so successful, and I'm like, okay, buddy. Yeah. It's crazy, man. But the idea of podcast is tough, but I'm so glad I did it. And that was my whole gimmick with the wild ride. Like, dude, if I'm gonna be this annoying guy, let me say, hey, I'll bring the studio to you. And
I love it. I love it too, because I see this name. I'm like, God, I wish I had a cool name. This is so cool, and it's on your bus. It's like the coolest thing ever.
I'm super happy with it.
Wild Ride's dope.
Whenever I look at the sign, it just gets me. It gets
Absolutely,
me stoked.
man.
But yeah, the getting guests is so stressful and anxiety inducing. Like when you just came on the bus, I was like, dude, we need great guests.
Yeah, it definitely. I'm 8 episodes in, right? Yeah. So I know I'm counting all these people I know personally, and then it's like I'm gonna run out, right? I'm gonna run out. Mm-hmm. Then I gotta start bringing on people that. The other hard thing is I have an audience. So I want to bring people on that I'm interested in, but my audience has no clue who they are, maybe. Right. And that's where it gets tough.
It gets really tough.
Everybody in my audience knows you, so it's a naturally fun episode, right?
Right.
But when I bring on a UFO expert that nobody's heard of, it's like, I'm gonna watch
I
this,
aspire to get to that point where, like, Rogan can bring on whoever.
What a goal.
Yeah.
What a goal.
Like, whoever. And I'm, at this point, when we get names suggested to us for podcast guests, I just got to think of, like, the health of the podcast overall, and I'm like, man, is this a person that's going to do good numbers? Is this going to be...
It's a business. It's tough. It's a business, right?
It feels like every episode is either going to help the health of the podcast or hurt the health of the podcast. And sometimes, like, I have just done guests because I love them.
Yes.
And I fear that it's hurt the podcast, but then again, it also, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just, I obviously overthinking it. And
I'm the exact same way.
Yeah.
I had a good buddy on 2 episodes ago. Love the guy. I just genuinely love him. My worst numbers, right? And coming out the gate, you don't want no bad numbers, right? You're like, I want 500,000 every episode, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like 120,000.
But dude, you told me you had Vitaly on, and that just tripped me out. Now, let me be completely honest. I thought going into a podcast with Roman Atwood that it would be super uncool to even bring up Vitaly because he's been a controversial figure in recent times. I was shocked as hell to learn that Roman was like communicating with him at all, let alone having him on his podcast. But I think that's great. And you know what else I think is great is just being healthy, man. Taking care of your health, knowing what's going on with your health, which I do with my Whoop band. If you haven't heard of these yet, then you've been living under a rock, because it is the most highly sophisticated fitness tracking device ever invented. It works with this cool app on your phone, and it tells you so much information about how much you're sleeping, what kind of sleep you're getting, how many disturbances you have, how much time spent in different stages of sleep, how your heart's pumping, what your respiratory system's working like, how much oxygen is in your blood, like what kind of exercises you're doing, how well you're recovering from the exercise. I'm telling you, it goes on and on and on. Whoop is where it's at with fitness, man. And they're offering the listeners of the Wild Ride podcast not only 15% off your membership at checkout if you use the promo code STEVO, but they're giving you the Whoop 4.0 band with the waterproof everything charger included for free if you sign up for a Whoop 4.0 membership. It's the best thing, man. I mean, I love it. You're going to love it. So go to whoop.com, that's WHOOP.com, and use the promo code STEVO for 15% off at checkout. Thank you, Whoop. I love you. Thank you, Wild Ride listeners. I love you too. Now, let's talk about Vitaly. Like you said, he's been sober for 8 months.
Here's the thing. Yeah, I'm a little biased. I love this kid. Like, I want to see Vitaly do great, right? So I had him on my show. He told me he's been sober. We had lots of talks leading up to it. And look, it's controversial.
Sure.
But it also makes great podcasts, right?
Of course.
Everybody hating on him right now also wants to hear it. So it's been a very successful episode. But at the same time, I got to witness, and I think the viewers really did too, a new Vitaly. 8 months sober. The Vitaly we know couldn't sit for an hour and a half and do this. He couldn't.
Right.
He would be pooping on your table or doing the helicopter.
Right.
He's just the craziest human I know, and I tell him that all the time.
I mean, isn't it like, I mean, I don't know, but I just kind of got this sense that you went PG. I mean, sure, you did the Natural Born Pranksters movies together, but kind of about that time, like, you went your own way. And it felt like you kind of needed to distance yourself from Vitaly.
We definitely went separate ways. Mainly, no reason whatsoever, friendship-wise. Love the kid my whole time I've known him. Love him.
It was tough to watch him kind of... Like before, like the big thing with the arrest, like it was like we were watching the wheels fall off, and it was tough, you know. And it makes sense that you can't fuck with the guy when he's in self-destruct mode.
Yeah, I definitely never felt like I left his side in any case, but I certainly went a different direction. You know, I came back to Ohio and filmed with my kids, and I couldn't keep up with the I couldn't party anyway. I was editing every night.
Right. I don't remember you ever partying.
I couldn't because I was uploading every day, and I was the editor and the cameraman. So it was like, it was also my excuse not to party and keep my family strong. It was like 11 o'clock at night, gotta edit this video, man. It's like,
but it's so interesting to hear you say that vlogging, creating videos, like, and keep my family strong in the same sentence. Like, doesn't it, like, how much stress does the constant cameras and vlogging, like?
I think Brittany and I just talked about this recently. I don't think we went to bed together for almost 3 years. Because I would edit till 3 a.m. She would get the kids to bed. She would go to sleep. And I was so dedicated.
100%.
To the time I wake up, it's what I'm filming. And I also had to try to one-up it every day. I went as hard as I could.
Sure.
To the time I just passed out on the couch usually while I was uploading.
It's not good for your fucking health.
Absolutely destroyed me. You know what's crazy? I didn't know it until I stopped. I was like on a snowball. But when I stopped, it took me... It aged me so hard, man.
Well, dude, I don't see it, man. I'm furious.
I don't know. I'm working out hard like you did at this age, bro. I was like...
I'm furious with how young you look at 39.
Well, I'll be honest. Britt shaved all the grays off last night. I was like, they glisten in the light, man.
Dude,
yeah, so I was like, under the hat, it's terrible, but I was like, just enough to cover the hat.
As long as you I got a ton of grays, and we're the same age.
Yeah, man.
But your skin looks good. You're doing saunas, you said?
Lots of sauna. I'm also doing the red light.
Yeah.
Don't know if you mess with that. I love it. What's breaking me out, I'm still a kid, is caffeine, man. I gotta get off the caffeine.
Dude, that reminds me. I remember, like, we went out to dinner one night, and you were like, "Oh, I just watched this documentary about sugar. I'm off sugar." How long did that last?
Was I doing that at that time?
Dude, you were like sugar free.
I think I made it 14 days. 14 days. It was the hardest thing ever. Never felt better in my life, by the way. Went right back to sugar.
It's gnarly, dude. It's gnarly.
It's the most gnarly drug on the planet.
I'm in a 12-step program for just that.
Detoxing.
The fucking Overeaters Anonymous.
My wife does...
Is it weird that I said that at a public level?
My wife does like 72-hour bone broth fast. Have you done it?
Dude, my girl just did that. Lux just did that.
What happens when you do that?
Just helps you detox mainly your gut, because your gut controls what you want to eat a lot. So you're getting off carbs and sugars and bone broth, dude.
Yeah, I mean, my girl said just a liquid diet. She can have, like, basically soup, I think. Like,
broths and...
like juice, whatever, but just no solid food.
It's amazing, dude. I do all the time. I do, at least once a month, I do a 24-hour nothing fast. Nothing. No water, nothing.
Yeah, you're looking lean. You're looking good.
Yeah, I can't gain weight, though. That's the problem with the way I'm eating, so I got to step it up.
You can hang out with us for a week. And
Dude, when I travel, I've been on a 2-week hiatus. I haven't eaten this bad for a long time, but when I'm traveling, it's impossible.
Athletic Greens, man.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite podcast sponsors, and I literally swear by it, dude. You got a packet of shit you pour in a pint of water in the morning, and it's like comprehensive nutrition, and it's delicious.
Heck
like
yeah.
I swear,
I feel like I've had it actually.
Dude, Athletic Greens, it's epic. It's epic.
I'll check it out for sure.
I can't even imagine, like, the stress on your family with all the working, but the obvious question to me is, why do you do your own editing?
Alright, dude. Listen, man. This is a trap that I can't even answer it. You know what it is? I started filming. The reason I bought a camera was to edit. I really enjoyed editing. So I think there's this weird part of me that's just like, I can create it the way I want. I regret it every night. Every night I'm sitting there, the family's going to bed, and I'm like, gotta knock this video out, bro.
You're still doing the editing?
I still edit. You
edited
last
though
night.
too, Steve, quite a bit.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, I have an editor, but I am like the gnarliest, like, over-the-shoulder nightmare for the editing. Like, I spend like way too much time in the bay, and like, but at least I got somebody to get it into like decent shape. I'm not like putting it in there to begin with and creating the timeline and syncing it up, and like,
so
I come in after the fact.
The biggest step, the biggest new thing is I have somebody chopping the podcast, at least to its final form, and then I go through and I mean,
dude, like with the podcast, you can't really,
and it's easier to edit because it is a production.
Multicam.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
with vlogging, it's like, do I look stupid? An editor might not catch it, right? I know if I look stupid because I'm judging myself.
You don't look stupid.
Can you really hand somebody your baby, right? And I have tried it, and I have done it many times. Currently, I'm just rocking it, dude.
Dude, it's insane. The work ethic is insane. Now, let me ask about this fulfillment operation, and because this is our wheelhouse, dude. We love it.
Sweet.
We have 2 warehouses down in San Diego. It started as one, and we were just doing great, so we needed more space. We got the next warehouse over.
Beautiful.
And we call our fulfillment business Tight Box Packing.
Tight box packing. I get it.
we love it. We love it. And our aspiration was to be like a fulfillment center with third-party clients, kind of like a Ship Bob or like, whatever. I think that now that we're almost 2 years into it, like the sheer volume that you have to do as a third-party fulfillment center is so staggering. That
and the technology you need to like start getting the software so sophisticated that it can handle multi businesses doing it.
I feel us like kind of backing off of it. Like we love our clients. We've got like we fulfill orders for Tony Hawk, like certain stuff that he sells.
Yeah.
We've got like the Jackass guys. Even Dick House, the production company. We've fulfilled their merch. So
that's huge.
I mean, it's just not like...
Well, there comes a point where it's like, okay, do we want to go ape shit on it and start getting clients, or do you want to keep it like it is in-house and...
For it to make sense business-wise, we would need to have hundreds, if not thousands, of clients, we think, because...
Holy smokes.
I mean, right?
You're
talking Amazon now.
Yeah, well, that if we had about, 100 to 1,000 clients... The thing about fulfillment, I don't know if it's different for you guys, but you're gonna have to reinvest a lot of money in the technology, so you're constantly losing money, and you're buying more space, you're buying this, and you're more equipment, but you're going into debt to grow, debt, get new funding, and then get a big payout by somebody to pick you up. That's kind of the name of the
sell
game.
later.
Yeah.
I think that the other piece of it is that our model is we, all of our clients keep 100% of all of their, there's no split.
Wow.
We're
just in the shipping business.
No wonder you're in debt.
Yeah. Well,
Seems like a fine model you got there.
The Teespring model is a little bit more middle of the road.
Yeah.
But yeah, we love it too. But I just love it because it's like a fun clubhouse.
It's so fun. It's so fun. We did merch. We were diehard, do it all. My motto was keep it small, keep it all. It was like we keep it all in. We make all the profits. Our family's running it. It was it's just such a unique thing. And we did in this little building. It's like 700,000 orders. We moved out of that building, so it was to me a massive success. And we've just picked up. We've
that building meaning your garage.
My garage. We moved 700,000, just a hair under 700,000 orders with friends and family.
What about the data? Because I remember when I was at Maker Studios, they did my merch, and they kept all the email addresses from everybody.
Yeah, true. So
the data is like arguably the most valuable stuff.
Data's gold because once you have that email list.
Right. So did you keep just a hair under 700,000 emails, or? So
we definitely had 500,000. Yeah, we had 500,000 emails. Yeah.
And dude, this is the question I'm dying to ask, because how and why is it so goddamn expensive to hire somebody to manage an email list and send? What about sending out an email costs so goddamn much money?
It's so expensive, right? Especially when you get into 500,000 emails. These companies charge crazy amounts to... They have you profit off them though, right? It's like I mean you should, I don't know about
some people get pissed off at
I'm so protective of my audience that we hired a mass email guy, and he's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna throw a shirt on here, we're gonna buy my shirt. And I'm like, dude, I cannot send out an email to a mass audience without giving them some piece of content, something about it that's makes them glad they opened it. So I just would not let anything go out until I had the piece of content ready, and I'm just too busy to be thinking about So we'd go a whole month paying this guy so much money and not even send out any emails because I didn't approve anything.
I'll be honest, we sat on our email list probably for 4 or 5 years before my brother came to me and he said, you should be sending emails. I didn't know what it was, dude. We're literally learning as we go on all this stuff. Same exact thing. You pay a fortune to send the emails. We would go 6 months without sending an email. Like, we just wouldn't. And you'd be paying for this email list. So, exactly. Yeah, I eventually just got my brother. My brother's a whiz at this stuff, and he would help me out. And I would just record a 30-second video for that email saying hello. Yeah. It was something personal.
There you go.
And I did very few of them. I never capitalized on the emails. Never did.
Is your brother using Clavio as the...
I don't know.
Man, we might need to talk to your brother.
Anytime, man. He'd love to help you.
Yeah.
Help you guys anytime.
So what other kind of like business? You know, you got the fulfillment and.
Yeah, that one's very exciting to me. And now part owner of that company, me and Matt, and his wife own the company, and I'm just stoked.
Why Texas? Is that like a tax thing?
No, it's just where he started the company. He's really built this company, and they've done all the hard work. They really have, and part of he's wanted Smile More to be a part of that company forever, 5 years, and I just do it myself. Like, it's my bread and butter. It really is. Smile More's income outweighed all my income. Like, more than you two. That's my bread and butter. So, to get Smile More there, we worked out an ownership deal. So, which is very exciting to me because I love the merch world. I love that I get to grow a company now, not just Smile More, but a company.
What's the name of the company?
Bunker Branding.
Oh, yeah, that's what you said. Okay.
Really fun place. Like you said, it's a clubhouse,
dude,
right? It's a clubhouse. I want to put a podcast there in the bunker.
Where in Texas?
San Antonio.
Okay.
Yeah. Great hub, and just been so fun for me, dude. And buying some properties, investments, and just things that my kids will probably sell one day. And yeah, like just setting things aside. And
what yeah, man, dude, real estate. That it's crazy. We're like growing up and like.
Yeah, dude, we have a podcast. That's how you know we're growing up.
I don't know that a podcast is a benchmark of any.
I don't know, dude.
Just talking.
I feel like 5 years ago I would have never thought about a podcast. Now I'm like,
it is fun though.
I can sit and chill with somebody I really love and just chat.
It's fun, like fascinating conversations with like exciting people.
I really enjoy it. I feel like my heart's happy doing it. Cool, and I haven't had that for a while, man. Like, I swear I look at my vlog camera some days and I want to throw up. Like, I really burnt out, bro.
What kind of camera are you using these days for vlogging?
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I'm still rocking a G7X.
Wow.
A little pocket camera. Now, I did just recently get a A7, a Sony.
Right.
But it's so darn awkward.
Yeah, like, it's clunky.
Casey killed it with them big cameras, man. And I never made the move. I just... but you can see it. My quality sucks, dude.
G7X, is it up to like G7X like 6 or
dude,
something?
I think they're still rocking the G7X. Like, I think they keep updating it, but it's still a hot camera.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, I remember you were the first person I saw with the little baby dead cat on there.
Yeah, dude, I really think I started that, man. I remember being at VidCon or something, and guys like Jesse Wellens is like, what's going on there? I was like, windscreen. Like, I don't know why nobody thought of that. Because my videos are...
Right.
Gotta get a windscreen on here.
Yeah. Do you have you ever gotten into touring? Like, it seems to me that it would make sense for you to have done that.
I did a fantastic tour. We were killing it. Big theaters, sold out with Fusi.
Oh, okay, I remember
him and I did a real fun, like, 40-show tour, a little bit of Europe. Europe, is so fun. The fans are so fun in Europe. That was, like, my only tour. We did a little one for Natural Born Pranksters. Talk about awkward, dude. Because that movie was rated R. I'd already made the PG switch, but the movie took so long to come out. It was all these families and kids showing up. And I'm like, this is, like, hard art. Dave England's pooping on a canvas and making a painting out of it. And I'm, like, looking at these parents like, I'm so sorry. Like,
wow,
what am I going to do? Like,
and wasn't that, like, I seem to recall that, like, on the financial end of that, didn't it kind of become a debacle? Like,
so Vitaly and I just had this conversation on the podcast. Because now it's a joke, but at the time, I was the only one that said I'm not doing the movie unless I get money up front. Right. Period. Because, dude, I kind of know the biz. I was like, I don't know, man.
Never know.
Like, yeah, we're in our prime, but we're on YouTube. Like, I don't know how a movie or TV is going to do for us. So I wasn't doing it for $100,000, which, come on, it was like they were selling it as this big Hollywood movie, right? And I'm like, that's fine if it's such a success. You guys take the back end, just give me the $100K up front, you know? So that's what we worked out, and Dennis and Vitaly ragged me so hard, bro. Like, you're the biggest idiot, blah, blah. Long story short, they both got $0.
Wow.
So now it's a fun joke. Vitaly's like, you're the only one with a brain now, you know? And,
yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't asking, but in that biz, it just
what was
wasn't.
the budget for that? I mean, that $100K compared to what the budget had to have been like.
That's a good question. I think it was
good million or two, right?
1.5 or something.
Yeah.
For us, it was a fun budget.
Right. How was it working with Barry Smoller?
You know what? I loved Barry.
He was our Jackass guy.
That's right. That's right.
So you like smart move for you to make that movie to take our.
We were poaching hard, dude. No, but I learned a lot. At the end of the day, I just learned a lot. It was a fun experience. And it was cool to be able to pull up Netflix or something and see my movie. That's cool, right? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, my YouTube was way more successful, and it wasn't like.
It's tough. I think the sense that I got was that you're putting so much into YouTube that to try to make another project, it's like one's going to suffer at the hands of the other.
Absolutely did. I remember my vlogs dropping about $100K an episode by the end of the month. It was a big drop. And I remember that being a huge issue. I was like, guys, this is a sacrifice for me.
YouTube is what do you call it? A jealous god.
Yeah, yeah, they'll take from you fast, man.
Yeah,
that's what Danny Trejo said. That fighting, like boxing, or in any like combat sports, it's a jealous god. Like where if you think you're gonna if you think you're gonna be trying to have a movie career or something, like that, you take your attention away from fighting, and then your fighting's gonna.
Yeah, I learned quick about. My daily vlogs became the gold. Uploading every day, 5 million a pop. If I did anything,
you got to 5. I remember
every day.
I remember seeing your fucking vlogs, and I remember for some reason it was like 2 million, like within 24 hours.
Yeah, when that was the impossible. That was like we're never getting bigger, and then we were getting to 5 to 6 mil a day.
God damn!
It was a nightmare. But I had 24-hour police officers here at this house for 5 years. 5 years it was. Maybe $1.5 to $2 million I had in security.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, it was wild.
That's insane.
It was an absolute nightmare. Where I'm at right now is a very happy place. It is. I know it sounds crazy, but it's a very happy place. It's chill. It's like we have a nice audience that loves to hear us. And
I think I've always felt like, for me, I've been sort of big enough of a success to live comfortably, but I've never had like paparazzi chasing me. I can breathe.
I remember coming out and you just bought your place.
Yeah.
And the day I got there, they published it. And I'm like, what a nightmare, man. Yeah. I'm like, I can't even imagine. But I think a lot of my security and this stuff comes from having little ones, man. Sure. Having my kids. Like, I think if it was me and the wife, it's like, we'll defend ourselves, but I did not take any risks, man.
Yeah, dude, that's great.
Full security, really just at home.
Yeah.
Especially with me traveling so much, it was just like whatever it takes, it takes, like just to have peace of mind.
So now, have you had enough kids?
I ain't in Mexico yet, so she's not having another one, bro. It's wild because the age gap. Yeah, I literally keep starting over. My oldest is 17, my newest is 1.5.
Wow.
So I have this wide range, and I have a beautiful 4-year-old and a 10-year-old, and it's the greatest thing in my life. But it is a wide range of humans. I have every age. It's
how's like your relationship is? Dude, it's crazy to see your Instagram like you're all dressed up like. Are you going to church on Sunday? Like you're dressed up like that? Or like
I love church, man. I do. I've found so much joy and peace and just hope in my life through it. It really has helped me a lot. And I didn't grow up without it. I watched my mom and dad become part of it, kind of in their 30s, 40s, and I watched them quit drinking, quit smoking, and I watched them kind of just be a good example. Maybe it was church, maybe it was just them aging, but I remember thinking, like, I really want that for my children in my life, and just going to a little church here and there, and it really connected with me. I fell in love with it, man.
That's cool.
Man, that's epic, dude.
Fell in love with it, and just had some weird things happen in my life that maybe some would just consider coincidence, but I feel it's just pure blessing, man. Like, really the hand of God.
Oh, well, dude. I feel very strongly in activity behind the curtain.
Love it.
To which we are not privy, and how the universe is genuinely conspiring.
There's something going on.
Oh, dude,
something
the
going
hand
on.
of God, yeah.
Something going on.
100% the hand of God. And like, we could talk about this on your podcast, but I religiously meditate. I maintain an average of over 40 minutes every single day meditating for over 930 straight days now.
No way.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man.
I spent
love
like
that.
600 hours meditating since 2019.
What do you do when you meditate? Is it real
It's
peace?
mantra.
Is it very
Quiet silence,
are you
mantra.
praying?
He edits.
You're working, bro.
I mean, it's mantra based. So
Got it.
the same as like a transcendental meditation, Vedic meditation. And I'm terrified of ever not doing it.
Interesting.
Because I genuinely believe that it has formed a relationship with the universe. I am plugged into
some type of other power.
An intelligent fucking order of the universe that is conspiring in my favor.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I think that we all find things, and there's just times where you just shouldn't be alive.
Oh, yeah.
You have survived. There is
For
somebody watching over you, my man.
No doubt.
I love hearing that. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude, I have strong spiritual beliefs, man.
That's awesome.
I have an unshakable faith, and I genuinely believe that whether it's going to church, whether it's meditating, whether it's just like being mindful to not do harm and to be
being a
generous,
good human.
being a good human, that brings about like some kind of respect for the universe, for life, for
Just being thankful.
Yeah, that's a really big fucking thing. That's what we're here for, you know?
Yeah.
So, with that said, I think that what we need to do is send some traffic to each other. Now, if you guys want to hear the continuation of this, where I might actually start crying, because I'm so fucking grateful. I'm gonna walk everybody through how dark my life got, and the significance of you and I coming together almost 10 years ago now.
This just blows my mind. First of all, I'm pumped to hear it.
Yeah.
This blows my mind. I didn't know this. This was the effect. I did not know, so I'm pumped.
100%. I have a book coming out in September, which I urge everybody to pre-order. And that's the only way to get a signed hardcover copy is to pre-order it, and you can do that at stevo.com. And man, the book, it doesn't come out till September, so you're gonna get the.
Well, that's like boom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
too.
a boom. Get it now. Order it now.
Yeah, get it now. But everybody, we're gonna switch over to the Roman Atwood podcast.
Thank you guys for having me.
Everywhere podcasts are available, and on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
And we're particularly interested in our Spotify listeners.
Yes. Yeah, we're working on something fun for them for this particular episode.
Yeah.
I got something exciting.
So I think we might see a little bump in our Spotify action. And man, dude, it's fucking
Thank
really
you,
rad,
man.
dude.
For
Thank
real,
you.
I'm beyond honored.
Yeah,
Good seeing
dude.
you,
Scott.
dude. Yeah,
You're the
for
man.
sure.
All right. That worked great. So there you have it, folks. If you're even still sticking around, because I know that everybody is hauling ass to go listen to the Roman Atwood podcast, which I recorded with him right after this. But before you race off, let me just thank you for sticking around to the end. My beautiful street team that I'm so grateful for. What can I say, man? I love you guys, and thank you. Hey everybody, and welcome to a really dumb wild ride with Stevo. I got a new face tattoo, my first face tattoo, and it is not safe for work. And it was given to me by Post Malone. And wow, is this story crazy? And wow, is this episode juicy and entertaining? And wow, am I happy to be back on my beloved tour bus, getting ready to go back out on tour with a brand new show. It's just exciting times, man. And, man, this podcast is not going to disappoint. So let's get into it.
You wearing biker shorts?
No, they're
Women's underwear? What are they?
it's briefs.
You're just wearing underwear on the podcast.
I'm sweating.
Dude, he wears just underwear. Like, he'll go to the store like that. Or, like, on tour, he'll go out to get food. Like,
What do you mean you go to the store in your underwear?
I'll go to the store rocking these. They're down to my knees.
Yeah,
dude.
they're casual.
Like,
Are they though?
Yeah.
why not?
Even if underwear is casual, do you still wear it out?
I don't know. It depends. I never worn it to the store, but I'll stand outside in my underwear.
Yeah.
Hey, can you have the tour
Duh.
dates on there?
Wave to my neighbor.
They're right here.
Yeah, that's normal.
Okay.
All right.
So what are you saying? Vinny's abnormal?
Well, I'm saying Vinny's going to the
That's
store in
all
his
he
underwear.
does is call me abnormal.
Well, I wouldn't call you normal.
Has Steve, have you ever gone to the grocery market in your underwear?
I can't say that I have.
On drugs.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, people of the universe, I bring to you, us, with a reappearance from the gorgeous Paul Brisky.
Hello, everybody.
It's about time.
It's great
Let's
to be back.
introduce yourselves, folks.
I'm Scott.
I'm Vinny.
and
Isaac
over there off camera. How about that? You got to introduce yourself because you know I'm not gonna.
Very thoughtful of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here we are, back on our beloved tour bus.
Yep.
Getting ready to go out on tour, but we're parked outside the Radical Ranch right now, and I am just adjusting to having a penis tattooed on my forehead. Yeah.
Have there been there was a lot of articles leading up to the tattoo. Have there been any since TMZ came out with it?
Here's how famous Post Malone is. When we did the Gene Simmons podcast, Gene Simmons promoted that we were going to be at his restaurant recording the podcast. He invited fans to come out. He brought a Page 6 reporter. Page 6 reporter sticks a microphone in my face. Hey, you turned 50. How are you celebrating your 50th birthday? And I just blurred out, Post Malone's tattooing a penis on my forehead, like at Bonnaroo, to celebrate my 50th birthday. So, Page 6 runs the story, and then I just start singing in my feed, like, you know, all of these different outlets picking up the story. Like, it got so much press, so much press, and it hadn't even happened yet.
But it was confirmed.
It was confirmed. You know,
Loosely, handshake agreement.
I reached out
Telepathically.
I reached out to the team, Post's team. He confirmed it. He said he was in. But then I'm like, dude, with all this press, I start thinking, man, like maybe he's got like a complete army of reps that are gonna see this press and say, yo, dude, Posty, there's no upside in this for you. You know, like, don't do it. We got to step in here. And that because I blurted that out, that it wouldn't happen. You know, like, I started thinking, like, man, maybe if I'm Post Malone, and I'm like, yeah, I'll be cool, I'll do it. But then I see all this press, it just rubs me the wrong way. It's like, you know what? Actually, I don't feel like it. I just felt like all of that press might make it not happen. And then, like, if it were to not happen, then all of a sudden I would be the dummy who, like, I would just be so mortified. And that, like, I almost don't even want to share on the podcast here because I think it's so funny that, like, most people would be mortified at having a penis on their face. I was, like, gonna be mortified if I didn't.
Yeah. If I don't get this dick on my forehead, I'm gonna look like an idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, plus even just like, you know what it's like on tour. Like, what if he just couldn't do it? Like, he's
Right.
headlining Bonnaroo. Like, maybe his schedule just wasn't gonna work out. You
and
know?
that's the thing, that his team was like, dude, yeah, like our schedule is so gnarly. Like, we're gonna try to make this happen, and I'm just like sweating. Like you guys were with me. Yeah, like I was not okay for like.
Yeah, you had the worst birthday of your life. No, you were pretty bummed about it. But what was?
I wasn't bummed yet.
Stress.
I was just stressed. I was stressed. Like, dude, it's so gnarly.
Yeah, what was that experience like though? You pulled in the Bonnaroo and like, I mean, how was it?
I mean, it was like, dude, they were so cool, man. They were so cool, and like I got looped in with the tour manager, with the like I'm not even sure what my guy Bobby is, but Bobby's like I think to Post Malone what you are to me, just like the right hand handles everything, and Bobby is just the coolest dude on the planet. I mean, they all are, every single one of them, and you know, I even told him ahead of time. I was like, dude, I'm so sorry, man. I blurted this out. I put this on blast. I put you guys on blast, dude. I feel like such an idiot. And he's like, hey, man, don't worry about it, man. All good. We're stoked. And when I saw Post, like, I apologized to him. I'm like, he didn't even know. He had no idea. Like, that's baller.
He had no idea what.
He just had no idea that there was like a full like storm of you know.
Really?
There was a lot of stories about it.
Yeah, I mean, you were stressing out about like Post's team, but like Post doesn't seem to be the guy that like even listens to a team. Like he just does what he wants when he wants.
I kind of think so, but dude, I'm a worrier. Like I worry. You know,
You think?
like
You do.
like I'm absolutely nuts in every way that you would not think I'm nuts. You know, like. I'm completely backwards.
Yeah, I can see that. Like if I was sick, you'd be like, "Oh, cool, whatever, who cares?" If Wendy was sick, you'd be like, "Oh my God, Scott, go get her Postmates, get her like take care of Wendy." Like if she had the same ailments as a human.
Well, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, Steve's like, I wasn't talking about that at all. That's normal.
Yeah. Man, this feels good. Like it's been a long time since we did a podcast without a guest. And the reason for that is because when we have done podcasts without guests, like it has, you know, they haven't really hit.
Some of them have.
Some of
Yeah,
them
that's
have.
not
Some
true.
of them
Some of
have.
them done very well.
Some of them done very well. I think this one's gonna do very well. And then you know, there's a lot of catching up to do.
Well, why are we out here? We did a triathlon.
We did a
Wanna
triathlon.
talk about that?
Let me tell you what it was like first, because dude, Bonnaroo, 80,000 people sold out. I don't know, like, why you stop at 80,000 people,
Yeah.
you know, but apparently they do. And, you know, like, we go in, it's like basically like Woodstock or Coachella or something, you know, in the middle of Tennessee, in a town called Manchester, Tennessee. And took an hour and a half to drive there from the Radical Ranch. Lux be bummed I said that.
Yeah. Okay.
Then, okay, so we get there and it's like an all outdoor festival. We go in the back. You know, they put us through like metal detectors, which is kind of comforting, you know.
Who else was headlining that day that you were there? Isaac, can you pull up the
Well,
schedule?
that day Post Malone was like the headliner, but the
Yeah.
other days are what? The Chili Peppers.
And I think Pretty Lights.
Fred again.
Yeah, Pretty Lights was the first night, then Post Malone, then the third night was the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Did you see anybody else famous backstage?
Billy Strings is like Post's favorite guitarist.
He's like a bluegrass legend.
guy.
Oh, yeah, I've
He's-
seen him.
Yeah, he was so rad.
Oh, you had him hold the camera for you or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
he was holding
like
the camera.
yeah, he filmed for us. Super rad. So we go in the back to like the artist area, Post watching the NBA finals, and I'm like, dude, I'm really gonna interrupt his, you know. So we wait till halftime.
Yeah, what would you do if Post Malone wanted you to do a tattoo on him and he came during a UFC fight?
Yeah, like John Jones is fighting or something.
Right.
Would you
Yeah,
be
I
like,
mean, he's from Dallas, so like the Dallas Mavs are in the NBA Finals, and he's sitting there watching the game. I'm gonna be like, you know, I'm just not.
Yeah, but you waited for halftime. It's perfect.
I waited for halftime, and he said, "Hey man, is it cool if we do this tattoo like after the show tonight?" And he's gonna perform starting at 11 p.m. and finish at 12:30 a.m. And I was like, "Ah, dude, I got to leave for a triathlon at 5 in the morning." And he's like, "Oh, okay, cool, man, no problem." Like, he's just the nicest guy. I think it's a toss-up between Jelly Roll and Post Malone for nicest person ever, like, period.
Well, I noticed on the video too. He's like, "Okay, I'm going to start at the teardrops," and you're like, "No, I think you should start at the balls." I don't think I'd have the balls to tell Post Malone where to tattoo first. I was just looking at that, and I was like,
we hadn't. He didn't say I'm going to start on the teardrops. He said I'm going to start closest to your eye.
"Yeah, why didn't you want him to do that? Just cause?"
I mean, it turned out the balls are the closest to my eye.
Oh.
You know, so we're kind of saying the same thing.
Okay.
We didn't draw the teardrops on until after until after the penis was done.
Oh.
They weren't part of the stencil. They were freestyled after.
What do
they're
they symbolize?
freestyle.
You've jerked off 2 dudes in your life?
I don't know.
We would need a lot more teardrops than that.
How long did it take, start to finish?
People are gonna be saying, "Dude, man, Paul Brissy's got to be on all the time. He's on fire." I said, "Dude, Paul, you've been on fire in general." And you want to know who's getting ready to be on fire in about 30 minutes? I am, because my lady has just arrived with some Blue Chew tablets, and she looks extremely hot. And Blue Chew tablets just happen to have the same active ingredient as both Viagra and Cialis, except they're delicious, chewable, and they only cost a fraction of the price. But get a load of this. If you go to bluechew.com, use the promo code STEVO, and get your prescription very quickly and easily with the medical provider on the website, you can have an entire month's supply of Blue Chew tablets completely for free. All you pay is $5 for shipping. And if you're wondering, are Blue Chew tablets really a good time? Let my lady tell you.
Yes.
I have never disappointed my lady after a Blue Chew tablet. And if we're honest, there have been times that I've disappointed her. Yeah, there have. I've left you hanging. I've not delivered the goods. But when I have a Blue Chew tablet, I always deliver the goods.
That's true.
And I'm very proud of that.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
Yeah. So if you want to try it, all you got to do is go to bluechew.com, use the promo code STEVO, and you are well on your way to having an entire month's supply of Blue Chew tablets completely for free. All you pay is $5 for shipping. So jump on that and let's get back to it.
Thanks.
Like literally
Dude,
just
zingers.
Hilarious. Zingers nonstop.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And I want you to know, I want everyone to know, I love you. I love all you guys.
Love you too, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you seem happy in life.
I am happy in life. I'm good. I'm finally moving to Tucson. Finally
Yep.
making that move.
Yeah, but dude, it's like we will get into that because it's absolutely fascinating. But let me just do you think we do this?
Love you, Paul. Shut up for 1 second.
Well, no, like, we got a lot to cover there.
Yeah,
but
no,
I'm just
of
gonna
course.
finish this up.
Yeah.
We do the tattoo, the whole thing, and yeah, and then I dip because I got to drive an hour and a half back to the ranch.
How long did it take, start to finish?
Ah, man, the actual tattoo.
Did you finish it during halftime?
We were just, I think we got back to the game and it was like 3.5 minutes into the third quarter. Like I looked, I was like, oh, do we make it? And it said like 11 minutes something on the clock. So we were late. But yeah, and then I dipped, drove an hour and a half back to the ranch and just couldn't sleep. I'm laying there just kind of thinking like, oh my God, like, what did I do? You know, even though I've been thinking about this, I've had the idea, I've been planning to do it for literally 5 years. I was like, it was a different deal once it happened, you know? And I was there was no way I was going to sleep. And I didn't sleep. And then we wake up and we do the triathlon.
Yeah, when I first saw you that morning, you had that bandana on, and I was like, yo, let me see it. And I first saw it, and I was just like...
Your face told me, like, oh, no.
Like, at first, I was like, okay, that's a little aggressive.
Right.
But then it's grown on me. And it's like, especially hearing all these compliments from people. It's
Well,
just like,
but that's the thing, dude. Already, because now TMZ has run the story about it happening. First couple, like, mentions in my mention feed to come through, like, oh, dude, wild, I love it. And then, like, it starts coming in, like, but why? You know, like, and like the haters start hating. And that's just, like, I gotta just...
Yeah, it was
It's
definitely aggressive.
It's aggressive, and it's time for me to A, stop caring what people think, and B.
Oh, now it's time.
Yeah. I'm a sensitive guy. I gotta not be sensitive. I gotta be not so sensitive.
I don't think it's that aggressive. I kind of wish it was bigger.
Yeah, I think it looks cool.
I think it looks.
Dude, like here's the thing. When I saw your face at 5 a.m, it told me, "Oh no." I literally thought, "Oh no, what have I done?" Like if I had any doubts, like they were completely reinforced by your face.
And I was
when
just
I
like,
saw you see it.
Mellow.
Yeah. Right. And for that whole day, the whole day of the triathlon, I literally thought, I'm going to be Bret Michaels from now on, where you never see my forehead ever. You know, like Bret Michaels just has his bandana and you just do not see what's under it. But then, like, I don't know. I also wanted to keep it covered because, like, I felt like I wanted to keep a lid on it, you know? But then I just took it off. By the time, like, we got home from the triathlon, like, now it's been 2 days. I kind of dig it, you
Did
know?
anybody at the triathlon say anything?
No, but when we went to the restaurant after the triathlon, the waitress, I was like, hey, check out my new tattoo. And I peeled up the bandana. She looked at it and was patently disgusted with me.
Really?
She shook her head and like walked away at like where she wasn't trying to like, it wasn't like she wasn't trying to express anything to me. She walked away on her own deal, like having a problem with it.
Wow.
Yeah, like big time. I was like, ooh, wow, I bummed her out. But like whatever, you know, and to all the people who do hate on it, like they probably don't understand. Like I reserve the right to get it lasered off whenever I want.
Yeah.
I'm really just gonna see how long I last. You know, like
How long do you think you're gonna last?
We gotta place our bets right now. How long do you think
I think you keep it
Yeah,
and it grows
me
on
too.
you. It's just gonna be like your trademark.
Okay, well, as a frame of reference, I used to have profanity tattooed on my knuckles. My right hand was the S word, my left hand was the F word, and they lasted for more than, actually about exactly 10, just slightly over 10 years.
But you got that.
I got it in 2003 in October, and I got them lasered off like at I think the tippy end of 2013.
And you got that removed out of your respect for your niece. You didn't want her
It was
seeing that.
It wasn't that. I got no, dude. Like one of the first things I videoed.
Fuck my niece, dude.
Dude, one of my niece, like when she was like reading her first words, I had her read it out loud, and I videotaped her. Like,
So what,
yeah.
were you just sick of covering it up when you went on TV?
It wasn't that I
and
was
stuff?
sick about covering it up. It was when I got out of sex addict rehab, I was in this men's therapy group, and the guys didn't know me. Like these guys in my men's therapy group, and they were like, one of the guys in the group looked at my knuckles, and he said, and you know, like, I just gotta say, I'm looking at what's tattooed on your knuckles, and it just kind of makes me feel sad. You know, I think, like, what. You know, like I feel sad at whatever you went through that you felt that you needed to do that.
I wonder what he's gonna think when he sees your new one.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, I explained to him too that like, I was like, oh man, this is like really my favorite thing. I was like, you know, I told him, like, I just got a kick out of it. I had this show called Wildest. It was like my own TV show, kind of. And, like, I thought, how funny. I'll make the editors blur my hands on my own show. You know? Like almost like a prank, like a gag.
Yeah.
And I was like, and also, when I got these tattoos, my mom was in the hospital with a do not resuscitate order at the end of her bed. It was like the last of her days. And it was, and I showed up at her hospital, and I walked into her room, and I was just at a loss for what to say, you know, like, what do you even say, you know? And my mom was just in this bed, and I walked up to her and said, Mom, like, check out my new tattoo. And I held up my knuckles to her, and my mom looked at it, and she kind of squinted, and she said, shit, fuck. My son is a shit fuck. And she giggled, like, kind of like, you know, like,
yeah.
It was the last time my mom ever laughed. It was like the most, like, wonderful, you know, like hearing that terrible, terrible, like situation. Like it was the last time that she ever laughed, and like it was like this like little like moment of lightness where there was no light, and I always cherished that, you know, and like my knuckles tattoos.
You ever think about getting them again?
Yeah, I think you keep that and you re-get the knuckles.
I mean, I don't know, but the thing was too, like my hero was always Ozzy, you know, like Ozzy like wasn't like a sex symbol kind of guy. He was just a pure madman, you know, just the wildest one to ever do it. Like he was so out of control, just such a complete, and I just like everything that Ozzy represented for being so gnarly, all the just the crazy stories, the snorting ants, like the legend of Ozzy, and he had Ozzy tattooed on his knuckles, and I was just like, it was kind of like I wanted to like make Ozzy proud by like in the same spirit of him, like be even gnarlier, take it to the next level, and after the therapy group discussed my knuckles, it occurred to me that whoever I was trying to impress with my knuckles, like, never really cared. And that, like, they had just kind of outlived their usefulness. And I went and got them lasered off, you know? Not, like, because it was kind of, like, for my dad. Like, a little bit, I don't know. I was happy to tell my dad, tell my family, like, hey, I'm getting rid of the...
I thought you got the...
Well, yeah, I also, like, I had a dick tattooed on my arm. I remember coming home that time to see my mom, and it was my first time I'd seen my dad since I got this big dick tattooed on my arm and the words on my knuckles. My dad walks up to me, looks at my knuckles, points at him. He says, "That's stupid." Then he points to the dick on my arm and he says, "But I am personally offended by that." Personally. And I was just like, ah. So, like, it was kind of a thing for my dad, and I told him. And I went to the laser tattoo removal. And the first session, they do my knuckles, they do the dick on my arm. Maybe I made it, like, through 2 sessions.
I went with
like,
you to a couple of them.
I
Was
bet.
that
I bet.
in Beverly Hills?
Yeah. And like, halfway through the process, I just got, like, I just got sad. I was like, I can't part with it. I love the dick too much. So it's just faded. There's, like, 2 tattoo removal sessions in there, and I stopped. I wouldn't let him laser it anymore. But yeah, so who knows, man? And it's counterintuitive, like people wouldn't understand. I don't get it, but when it comes to laser tattoo removal, the one color of ink which is most easily and completely removed is black. Like the tough colors to get rid of are like red and blue. Anything but black is like really tricky for the lasers. Black comes right out.
And those are the only 2 that you've tried to get removed, or has there been more?
The only ones my knuckles are completely clean.
Yeah.
And so I know how.
So wait, what does your dad say? I mean, he hasn't seen it in person yet.
Come on, Paul. There are certain things my dad just doesn't need to see. And all my dad wants to see is the numbers, because he's a businessman. And when it comes to business online, there is no better way to grow or even just start your business than Shopify. Why? Because Shopify is the gold standard for your website. It's the easiest way to build a super professional website and the gold standard, meaning that it's the best website to add in all of the different components that make e-commerce work. And no matter what size your business is, you're never going to grow it faster on any other platform than Shopify. I'm telling you, I messed around with a bunch of different kinds of websites along the way over the years, and I did not get anything really popping until I got with Shopify. And that's how it works today, man. It just makes everything easy, and it makes it easy to work with everybody. So if you want to try this out, maybe you don't even have a website. This is the way to get a website. If you have a business, no matter what size, the way to grow it is Shopify. If you want to try this out, then you can do so for a legendary $1 per month trial period. That is if you go to shopify.com/Stevo. That's all lowercase letters, Shopify.com/Stevo. You got nothing to lose because this is a $1 per month trial period, and it is the way, the gold standard of ways to start and grow your online business. So one more time, Shopify.com/Stevo, all lowercase, for the $1 per month trial period. Do that, and let's get back to it. Dad's bummed on the.
Yeah.
My dad's not stoked on the penis on my forehead.
Did he say anything?
He's kind of jokes and like.
Yeah, I feel like your dad's a different person than he was like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing that you could do now where he would be like, I am personally, like, he would just be like, okay, well, why was that the best answer?
Right.
Like, he's,
right.
you know.
Why
Yeah.
is this the solution?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Yeah.
Yeah, but in any case, so the haters are gonna hate. Like I'm kind of motivated to keep the dick on my forehead like for longer. Like
Yeah, I say,
for the haters, but like whatever. If I want to get rid of it, I can. It's
I say
like
5 years or forever is my,
wow, 5 years or forever.
Yeah.
Wow. I think that it's like if I had the perfect approach, what I think is appropriate, like I would point to this bus that we're on, and it was wrapped with bucket list art for the duration of the bucket list tour when we had the bus. And then when the bucket list tour ended, we took off the wrap. And right now it's got no wrap. So I don't know, like for my whole Gone Too Far tour, I think it would bum me out if I ever got on stage to perform the Gone Too Far show without the dick on my forehead. But once that tour's over, I don't think I need it anymore.
Makes sense.
I just hope I don't tap out and get it off earlier.
no.
Yeah. But speaking of the tour, for clarity, we start this Friday
You have the dates up?
in Alabama. We got Huntsville, Alabama, then Birmingham, Alabama, then Tallahassee, Florida. Tallahassee, that show's in trouble. We'll see. I don't know why Tallahassee is going so slow, but then we got Jacksonville, Clearwater, West Palm Beach, Florida, Orlando, Florida, and then Phoenix, Arizona, and then we're chilling until August. And wow, is August gonna be crazy?
Yeah.
This tour is not technically the Gone Too Far tour. It is a brand new show. It is absolutely all new material, but it also serves as a workshop for what will become the Gone Too Far show. And for the stuff that has not happened yet for the Gone Too Far tour, there's all kinds of like juicier than ever placeholder bits in the show, which really represent what has gone too far in the past. And man, it is a little bit mortifying to perform some of that material because like the things that went too far really went too far.
Have you talked about other stuff that you're going to be filming on the tour besides the boob job? Like, have you gone into any other bits?
I've brought it up kind of too much. Like, I'll just let it be, you know. Like, I don't need to keep hammering people with what hasn't happened yet. Like,
But I think it's cool. This is gonna be interesting shows because like
These are gonna be
watching
great
you
shows.
like work on stuff and try out new shit. There's something a little more casual about it. Like anything could happen. Like those are
Right.
my favorite kinds of shows.
I mean, the stuff that you showed on the cruise ship is really cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
shit was
that
hilarious.
show is the template for what we're gonna do. And I would have been like really like kind of methodical about like go to the like film a bit and then go to the comedy club and work on it and then put all the bits together. But when we went on that cruise with the Impractical Jokers and Eric Andre, like I contractually had to have a full hour show for that cruise, and like I put together a full hour show. You know, I was like, okay, well, what's it gonna be? And we picked out all the bits and we worked it out, and like I just worked it out, and like I think we were all like really energized by how well it came together, and it was like, whoa, like so hold on a second, we actually have a show. And then I felt comfortable like booking this interim tour is what I'm calling it. But yeah, man, it starts this Friday, and it is one hell of an aggressive show. That is all I'm gonna say. So do get your tickets at stevo.com.
Can we talk about the triathlon?
Absolutely.
What was your time for the triathlon?
My total time for the triathlon was 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Paul, what was yours?
1:35.
Whoa. Vinny?
2:38.
Man, mine was 2:05. But I don't know if that makes any difference with my yellow card I got for not wearing a helmet.
Yeah, this guy got a penalty.
I wonder how much time they took off. But
no, I don't think I didn't see any account for penalties in the ticket. The
what's
penalties
the
are all
point?
bullshit. Just that guy he had cards to give out.
Yeah, and I'm really proud of you, Vinny, for not stopping.
Dude, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Every time
I was worried about you, Vinny.
Really?
So I finished at an hour 30. You said 2:38.
Yeah.
So that's like a whole hour.
Yeah.
I'm waiting at the finish line for everybody. Like I wanted to be waiting when all of you guys. There were 9 of us total.
Yeah.
And I wanted there to be there to hang the participant medal around, around everybody's neck. And I was waiting for you. And the longer I was waiting, I was thinking man, did Vinny collapse? Is he gonna come? Did we push him too hard with this? I was kind of worried.
I didn't think that because I know I give you a lot of shit, but you're athletic, and
a bigger dude, I'm not bad.
No, your eye hand coordination is really good. You're athletic, and I was like, "There's no fucking way that." Excuse my language, but every time I passed you, I knew you had a miserable look on your face.
I was miserable,
but I was like, "This guy's not stopping."
I couldn't.
And then I saw you on the run, and I was like, "You got this," and you're like, "Yeah," and then you finished.
Yeah. I went into it already thinking I wasn't going to do it.
Really?
Yeah, because I had it in my head. I was like, okay, the swim I could do. The bike I could do. It's going to suck, but I could do. But there's no way I'm going to run 3 miles after doing all of that. And then while I'm swimming, I'm like, fuck, dude, I still have to ride a bike 12 miles and then run. So I'm like, there's no way I'm going to stop. I was already quitting in my head. And then I got on the bike, and I'm like, dude, there's no way I'm gonna run. And then 3/4 through the bike, I was like,
the bike was gnarly.
The bike was gnarly.
They shut down a highway.
Yeah, there's a lot of hills.
And and the thing was that they shut down the highway for this triathlon.
Yeah.
So people trying to drive through Tennessee were out of luck for the morning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
nobody wins.
Right.
We were out of luck too.
And they shut down whatever, I guess close to 6 miles of the highway.
Yeah.
And when you got to the certain point, it was just ride your bike around this cone and then come back. So you went down and then came back.
Yeah.
And it's as you're riding your bike down, you see the fast people passing you because they've already turned around, they're on their way back.
Yeah.
And you're going downhill, uphill, crazy stretches of uphill.
Mm-hmm.
And you're watching these people come back and you're thinking okay, so for as far as I've gone, I have to go that much back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when the hell am I going to turn around? I'm still not oh, okay, it's going to be soon. It's going to be
Yeah.
soon. And you're going for another forever. And you still haven't turned around. You're thinking okay, when the hell am I going to turn around and start chipping away at this back leg?
Yeah.
Because I'm not even I'm starting to really think this is bumming me out. I don't even know if I can make it to where we turn around.
Yeah. What really helped me was there were some really cool people that were coming the opposite way, and there was this one chick that was just she's and I was struggling going up a hill.
Yeah.
And I was so close of just saying fuck this and getting up and walking up the hill, and she was like, "Don't you dare get off that bike. I will see you at the finish line."
Wow.
And it was just so epic, and I started tearing up, and I'm just having this spiritual experience where it's just I need to do this.
What were you crying about? Or were you just?
I wasn't crying because I was in pain or anything. It was just a few emotions. I was damn, dude, I'm so out of shape that I just can't do this. That was part of it. And then another thing is just damn, my life is pretty cool. I have a really cool group of friends that are pushing me to do this. And that was another thing that was helping me make it to the end. And then seeing the finish line was the craziest emotion I've ever felt in a very long time. Because dude, I'm close to 300 pounds and swimming 400 meters, riding a bike 12 miles, and then doing the 3 mile run. That I didn't run most of it, but I walked.
Yeah, but you never
95% of it,
moving.
but I never stopped moving. I didn't get off the bike. I didn't do anything, so I never stopped moving. So seeing the finish line was a crazy feeling that I've never
And
experienced
as
before.
soon as you saw, I was yeah.
Yeah, and then I started running. When I saw it, I just started running, and I was just and then crossing it and you putting the thing over my neck. It was pretty rad.
Oh, and then my favorite part, Vinny like lays down because he's just so exhausted, and Steve's like, "Here, let me help you out." Like starts pouring water on him, but then you like poured it on his face, and he's getting like waterboarded. I don't know if we can put the footage. The footage is so funny. We're watching it, like he's like dying. And he's like has to sit up like, to breathe. You know? It's like, "Here, let me help you out." It was so funny.
Yeah, you laid down, you took your shoes off.
Immediately kicked my
Steve's
shoes
like,
off.
I did the same exact thing.
Oh my god, I collapsed so
My
bad.
feet, my right foot felt broken for like 24 hours afterwards. My right foot was in a lot of pain.
Really?
Yeah.
Easy to believe that Vinny's feet were really hurting. But you know what's not hurting Vinny right now? His butthole. And I can guarantee you that. You know why? Because Vinny discovered the joy of the Tushy Ace. And what's that? It's the most epic bidet from Hello Tushy that you could possibly imagine. It comes with a remote control, which heats the water, which blasts your butthole. It is so comfortable and just wonderful. The feeling of having a warm stream of water just massaging your butthole. And then it air dries your butthole when you're done. And the seat warms up. I mean, this is the most luxurious experience. And at the end of this very podcast, we talk about it in the most glorious fashion, organically. I even say, I'm like, you know what? That they don't even have to pay me. This came up in conversation. I said they are my favorite podcast sponsor, Tushy. If you haven't tried a bidet from HelloTushy.com, then it is time, people. It is time. The testimonial at the end of this podcast will show you. The testimonial I'm giving you right now will show you. You need to go to, here it is, HelloTushy.com. And then use the promo code STEVO for 10% off your entire order. That's for a limited time. And I mean, dude, you don't believe me? You listen to the end of this podcast about what we have to say regarding our experiences with the Tushy Ace. It's unbelievable. And you're out of your mind if you don't jump on this deal to get your own Tushy Ace with 10% off your whole order. That is if you go to HelloTushy.com and use the promo code STEVO. Just keep listening to this podcast. You'll see what I'm talking about. I love you, and I really love HelloTushy.com. So let's get back to it. Yeah, and like I had talked about it probably on the podcast, definitely in one of my main channel videos, saying that like I'm training for a triathlon and like only one person's safe, and everybody's who doesn't come in first place out of our group has like awful torture happen. We were gonna shave your beard off. Scott was gonna get both of his nipples pierced, and then as it happened, like it just struck me. I was just like, man, like these are like my best friends in the world. You know, like 9 of my best friends on this planet all traveled to the middle of Tennessee to celebrate my birthday with me by doing this like ultimately challenging triathlon. And it's like so special. It was so like beautiful and special, and I was like, am I gonna really like turn around and be like, okay, now you get punished? I was just like, as soon as this triathlon was over, I was like, dude, like forget about there's a million times that we could like punish ourselves for great footage for I was like, let this triathlon be sacred.
Yeah.
And that was the call.
Yeah.
That's interesting. You know, there's a saying that like, you know, if you take an orange and you squeeze it, oranges come out of it because that's it. It's an orange. If you take a human and you squeeze it, like what comes out? Happiness,
Blood.
Anger, emotion, whatever. And so I, you know, metaphorically, I was getting squeezed during the triathlon, and everybody was. It was like grinding, and I was just like wondering what people were thinking because, like, you know, Lux is doing awesome, and she was out there, you know, running around like, you go, girl, like happy. That's what's inside of her. I'm like, you piece of shit idiot. And I'm like, dude, why am I so angry inside? You know, and I'm like, and I was wondering what you were thinking. Paul's goofy ass was just like, Scott, hey, and just, you know, kept running past me. And I'm like, what were you guys thinking like during it, like in your darkest moments? Because that really tells what's going on inside of you.
I mean, I had been like kind of like really training. Like
He's like, I'm gonna beat everybody.
I was training pretty seriously. So like for me to say like I didn't think I would get to. Of course I knew, but I was really not anywhere near sure that Lux was gonna finish.
Dude, Lux did better than me.
Yeah.
Lux
Lux is
pretty athletic though. She's like,
and dude, nobody thought Paul was gonna be, like.
it's because you guys have only ever seen me sit in front of a computer,
Yeah.
Like, no one's
Well,
ever
the
seen
doctor
me do
claimed you had no
anything.
butt. You need a butt to like run
Yeah.
and bike and swim.
Yeah.
But I mean, you did better in the swim than I did? Like, the bike, you're phenomenal.
I trained for it, but yeah, like before I started training for this, I was like afraid of running because I messed up my knee.
Right, me too.
Like
my
just
knee
from
was
running.
hurting like bad.
Yeah.
And like because I was trying to get better at running for it, but then it got to a point where every time I ran, my knee hurt more, and I said, okay, no more running. Like I'm just gonna figure it out on the day, and until then, I'm gonna let my knees like heal and become stronger. And thank God, like on the day, my knees never hurt. But my pussy was killing me.
Yeah.
My pussy was killing me so bad. And like here, like
Your pussy?
so I'm on the run, and I'm thinking, man, God, this is like the swimming, the bike I can handle. The run is hell. I hate running. I can't stand it. And so like I make it down to the run. I haven't stopped, and when I get to the halfway point and turn around, then like looping back, and I'm like, all right, I'm halfway through the run. But one of the first people I pass is Paul Brisky, and I'm like, what? Because you're the one person that I didn't notice, who I didn't actually see on the bike ride.
Yeah. I
So-
saw you, and I was like, he didn't even see me. He doesn't even know how close I am.
Yeah, I didn't see you, and I knew that you started the swim way later than me.
Yeah.
So, like, you were really close behind me. Like, once I turn around on the run, you're one of the first people I see.
Sure.
So I know I'm a little bit ahead of you on the run, but I'm not confident at all that I'm more ahead of you on the run than I was ahead of you when I got in the water.
Right.
So as far as I could tell, we were exactly tied. And I'm thinking, and you were so much pep in your step.
Yeah.
Like you were just charging running. And I'm dying. And like I see you and I'm confused and I go, you already ran and swam, you already swam and biked? And you go, yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
No, but I was
like,
dying on that run.
I
I
know, but
walked
you-
almost
you didn't
90%
look,
of the
you didn't
run.
look like it to me.
I looked at you and I called you a cheater as you passed me. I was like, cheater!
Yeah.
Because
I was like, you already swam and biked? And you're like, yeah, you bet I did, bud. Because we had fist bump, and I'm like, dude. And so I'm just like, oh, God, if I walk, I'm going to lose to Paul Brisky. and I'm dying. And I'm like, this is so mortifying to me because I knew that stopping running and walking meant giving up and deliberately handing the win to Paul Brisky. And my pussy hurt so bad, I started walking. And I was so disgusted with myself. I didn't walk for too long. I started running again. But there were like 3 or 4 times when I broke into a walk.
okay, but wait, hold on a second. How much did you train? Because Steve trained crazy, and you did band in high school. Like, how did you
I
do
trained
so well?
pretty good.
What was your training like?
I signed up for the Pasadena Aquatic Center. I was swimming a lot. I was running a lot. I would bike at the gym a little bit. I trained a lot. I just didn't text everybody every time I did it.
Oh, dude, we had a triathletes, all 9 of us.
Steve
in
was doing a
group.
triathlon a day.
Like the triathlon group text thread. Like literally, I texted every day with my time for like. I'm like, dude, 19 and a half mile bike ride today. Goodbye. You know, like
Yeah.
like 1,000. Like our triathlon, we only had to swim 400 meters. And I'm at the pool swimming 1,000 meters. Like, and then texting the group, goodbye.
What were you swimming at the Rose Bowl when you were doing it?
Over 400 meters. I don't know. I wasn't like keeping track or like tracking my times or anything like that. I was just trying to stay active and running often. And I wanted to beat Steve. I really did. So I'm like, as proud as I am at what I got, I'm a little disappointed in myself.
That's crazy, dude.
But
Yeah,
you're
like-
the,
Little did I know that when I was disgusted with myself walking, Paul was disgusted with himself walking.
For sure, I was, and I was walking more than him.
but you're the swimmer of the group, so you
I don't
had
get
this
it.
hard time swimming in the lake.
Yeah. I had a
and
panic
the,
attack.
The lake was murky as hell, like a lot of bacteria, and I had a fresh dick tattoo on my forehead.
Yeah, well, I was swimming in it, and I started off, and I was passing like people. I was passing chunks of people, and then right when I got to the middle, I kind of like looked up, and I couldn't. I was like breathing really fast, but I couldn't get the one breath to catch my breath, and then I started like looking around, and I started feeling claustrophobic, and I just almost tapped out because
You held on to the kayak, right?
I was like, I was like, hey, and then he came over and I put my hand on the kayak. I'm like, what am I? I'm an ocean lifeguard. Like, what am I doing? And then I
You
took
get
my
mad at
hand
me, like,
on.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. and then I started just like backstroking, and then I just started, and then I was okay. But it took like 5 minutes to be like not have a complete. The world was collapsing and claustrophobic, and I mean. It was weird.
I just had a thought, and I'm compelled to speak up. That the title we're gonna have for this episode is gonna be all about my face tattoo, and Post Malone tattooed my face, and like there's like probably gonna be like a humongous drop off in retention when the discussion goes from face tattoo to triathlon. So as I say this right now, we're speaking to the real ones, the people like who are in it, like on the ride, wild ride with us. The people like, and I always say it at the end of the podcast how much it means to me when people stick around. But I feel really confident that the people listening right now are the street team, and I
For
just
sure.
want to
Well,
say,
why don't you-
everybody who's hearing this right now, I really really love you.
Why don't you give away?
I love all you guys.
Love you
man.
too.
Love you too, dude.
Why don't you give away something on the?
What can we give away?
We have the remaining of those. They should watch the bucket list.
T-shirts.
They should watch the bucket list that you have on the website for free, and then we can put the bucket list T-shirts for whatever you want.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, we do have
$0?
like, we've got some. I wonder what why don't we do like a killer deal on books or something? Like we'll say, hey, can we create a special link all the way at the bottom of stevo.com where no one would ever see it, and have a unique link at the bottom of stevo.com for a copy of A Hard Kick in the Nuts hardcover for $10. $10. And that, like, candidly, it's not going to be a signed copy because the books are not here in Tennessee, but it's a hardcover for $10. And it's really
And it might take a little bit to ship because when I asked you 4 days ago if we should send them in, you said nah.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm gonna have to send them in. It's gonna take 5 days to check in, and then they'll ship them out. But it's
All
only
right,
$10, so you might as well reserve it. So you want to do the hard kick?
Yeah, it's a Hard Kick in the Nuts for $10.
Hard
Holy
kick,
shit.
hardcover.
And then
And I want a unique link at the bottom of stevo.com. But let's not let's not get in the weeds. We got more to talk about.
yeah, Paul, are you
Paul
gonna die
Brisky.
soon? I'm just
Sorry?
kidding. The only reason I said that is because then you can also put on the link. Paul Brisky's gonna die soon? Question mark. And then
Oh,
it's not
in the
clickbait.
title-
Yeah,
in the-
just kidding.
So the triathlon,
I mean, maybe,
the
relatively.
triathlon was super special.
Super special.
Yeah,
and
that was
then,
cool.
Yeah, here we are.
And we did a triathlon, like me, Scott Randolph, my buddy Kevo, back in 2018, and it was a bigger triathlon. That one was a half a mile swim, 18-mile bike ride, 17-mile.
It might have been a little bit more, but yeah, 18 miles.
And a 4-mile ride.
Wow.
But still, you were like 42.
Well, no, yeah, 6
years
years
ago?
ago. So I was
44?
44. 44. And
That's
I'll tell you
crazy.
that 6 years was a big deal. That was
Makes a
I
difference.
I don't remember crying about a 4-mile run back then. I was dying this time.
Yeah.
So like the exercise people.
Like towards the end of the triathlon, I was having trouble lifting my legs up. It seriously took every
Oh, dude,
ounce.
when you're running and then you get to the uphill.
Yeah.
and you got to run up the hill.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, like why is this uphill like so?
It was one of the
gnarly?
most difficult things I've probably ever done in my life.
Yeah. All right, now Paul Brisky.
Tucson, Arizona.
We'd like check this out. Paul Brisky, like I would always complain dude, this guy with his dreams, with his music, he's so talented. He's got me by the balls. He's like, we can't keep him because he's always off in some other country. Gosh, you know, how frustrating. And then he comes up with a system to edit footage no matter where he is in the world. And then all of a sudden I say, okay, guys, I'm up and moving to the middle of Tennessee. I'm out. You know, and everyone's like, huh? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gone. I live in Tennessee now. And because Paul set up this remote editing system that works wherever in the world, like, now it doesn't even matter that you just bought a home in Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah. Sick.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, man, it's like everything we've done has led to this just being so easy.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Now, I remember that this, and we might as well just shout out this amazing software that allows you to remotely control a computer. It's called Parsec.
Yeah, it's sick.
I remember Parsec, like either Parsec was crashing or the computer was crashing, and you'd be like, hey, is anyone at the house to go reboot the computer?
Yeah.
But that doesn't seem to have happened in...
No, it hasn't happened in a while.
I mean, we are kind of at the mercy of if that happens, we are screwed.
I got to drive over there a couple times because it like wasn't in sleep mode, and the YouTube video stopped playing, so the computer shuts down.
Yeah, I mean, Parsec keeps your computer awake. I mean, there was a couple times there was like a power outage or something at the house, so like things died. Right. So maybe we'll, you know, we still have friends in LA, and we can still get someone over there if we need to every now and then.
But
dude, it's just so mind-boggling to me that, like, you know, Paul's in Argentina, I'm in the middle of the woods in Tennessee, DK's in Miami, Florida, Vinny's in LA, and like we're all just like
making it happen
in real time at all times.
Yeah.
It's like the workflow is insane. And like as scary as it was for all of us that all of a sudden like I'm just gonna be in Tennessee. Like how are we gonna get anything done? We've gotten everything that we would we do everything the same, you know, like our productivity hasn't slowed down with me living in Tennessee. If anything, it's sped up because I'm just a tiny bit better at emails.
No, you think so?
You said the other day that I've been doing better.
You've done better in the last 4 days, but like over the last 4 months, it's gotten worse. What you don't? You're saying from what? I mean, your like text back skills are kind of
waning.
I was telling the guys like when we first started, me and you like only communicated like you were on your emails all the time, and then
I don't know, like 2014 or something.
2014, like Steve was like CC'd on every emails. I didn't even have to nudge him. I didn't have to start nudging you to respond to emails until probably like maybe a little bit before Jackass 4 came out.
Yeah.
And then you just kept completely like you don't even want to deal with electronics anymore. Like in
not electronics, just administrative stuff. You know, like
yeah. I mean, you'll respond to like I'm sure you don't have that problem. If anything, now you know what we feel like when you're trying to get a hold of Paul and he never responds.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I mean,
I've been trying to improve at the email game. I've improved slightly.
No, you haven't. I had to like screenshot like, hey, dude, these people.
I slipped up a little bit because I was like touring and traveling here, and I've slipped over the past few months. But
I get it, but like from the perspective of like our audience, like what matters to me is that we've been like routinely like disciplined every 2 weeks, like a killer main channel video.
Yeah, that's been good.
Every week a podcast, and the content has been great, man. Like I'm really really happy with like the level of quality of all the videos that we're making, and if that's where my energy and my effort is going into like creating great content, then I'm a happy guy. That's what I need to be doing.
I think that's where it should be going.
Yeah. For sure. So fuck emails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
dude.
so what's next for us? At the like, what do you do? Like, what should we do here? Is there anything fun to do?
Is there anything fun to do in Tennessee at the Radical Ranch?
Yeah. What do you?
Are you kidding me? It's like the old adult playground of the cinch.
I mean, well, we did do some like jumping on.
Dude, racing the smart car around the trail was so much fun.
It was really fun.
The airbag wasn't as fun as I thought it might be, but like. Still cool.
I feel like the airbag, you could use its full potential. Maybe if you get a jump and like,
We're not done with the airbag.
Yeah, we're nowhere near close.
Okay,
to
and
not done
using
with the airbag.
For the record, you saw the YouTube video where I climbed up the ladder and it said "big pussy," and that was because my Birkenstocks were slipping. I jumped off of it before.
Yeah, Scott was like,
Yeah.
no hesitation. He was an absolute savage. You could see the whites of his eyes.
Yeah, but
It was still fun though.
That was a good video.
It was
It's
a nice
fun.
little mellow jump.
It was so much fun, and like,
I mean, are you gonna do anything else with that smart car? I mean, we're gonna keep it alive like Frankenstein.
dude, I really, it's important to me to like just keep fixing that smart car and just keep doing smart car dumb things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
You
makes
know?
sense.
I love it. I never want it to die, and I have all kinds of ideas for it. But yeah, dude, like, are we gonna do anything funny?
We were hitting
can-
baseballs on fire.
Yeah, we can do anything we want here.
Yeah, it
We-
feels
we-
like it's just the beginning.
It's
Like you
so-
could build a catapult or like dig a big
Dude,
hole
it's
or
so just the beginning
Yeah, but
of the Radical Ranch.
Can you
It's
build
tree
a
houses.
lake? A pond?
that's just gonna make mosquitoes. Is what
Yeah.
Lux thinks. And like, what's the lake for? To land in? Yeah, we got an airbag.
It's kind of like a lake.
Yeah. But dude, it's exciting times. We're gonna do all kinds of stuff at the ranch. We're gonna be on tour, and I've got this guy making this documentary. I'm dying to say what I came up with for the working title of the documentary, but I'm not gonna. I gotta stop blurting things
Yeah, hold
out.
that one tight.
Yeah, I gotta keep a lid on that one. But I'm excited about it. We're making this documentary that we don't know where it's gonna live. We don't. We just know that we're making like a high level documentary, and like I'm just putting everything into it to make it epic, and like I think that the timing of that, I believe possible that where that documentary ends off, that maybe like some kind of a docu-series begins, because I've got this other potential project, in development, and whatever. Like, I mean, who knows? Maybe none of it happens, but the possibilities, like, it's possible that it will happen. It's possible it's going to be massive, and for sure, like the tour is just exciting, man. It's an exciting time.
Cool.
it is.
Yeah, get your tickets at stevo.com.
Do you feel more at peace here in Nashville? Like, does it feel different? Do you feel different?
I do, man. I've got this thing where, like, I chew on my upper lip, like, just
Okay.
out of pure anxiety. And I don't always do it in Tennessee. I do it most of the time.
Yeah.
It's a good sign.
There are some times where I'm thinking, like, hey, you know what? I'm not, like, chewing on my upper lip with, like, total, like, my body's just clenched in this, like, death grip of stress and anxiety, because that's my normal default state.
Yeah, because they say even like being in a lower population density, you talk slower, you move slower, like things just kind of naturally calm down.
And it's the woods. Like, this is country living out here.
Yeah, it's
Even the
beautiful.
people where we're at today, they're like, where are you at? And I told them, they're like, oh, that's country. And then where we were, that was country. It's like...
Right, for sure. And I mean, just being in nature, like,
Yeah.
hiking through. I mean, if ever there's a day where I don't hike the mile-long trail through the woods on the property, like, that's an L.
Does it feel more stable? Because you kind of like live in fear, like everything's gonna go away, I'm gonna lose everything. Like you have these
I can't-
irrational
that-
fears. Do you still feel that way here or no?
I am gripped by fear.
The fear's still here.
There's no peace in the terror, like, between my ears.
Do you ever see that fear going away?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Do you
That's
want
what-
it to go away? It
what's
seems like you
motivates
kind of
you?
like it.
It's not that I like it. It's just that
I love it.
It's not that I like it.
need
It's that my constant state of fear and stress and anxiety, like, it's the fire under my ass to keep me striving and, like, working, because I'm just so convinced everything is not gonna be okay.
But would it be so bad if you felt like things were okay and maybe you'd just keep working anyway?
I don't know. That would be great. That sounds wonderful, Paul.
Yeah, that's how Paul operates on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah,
I tried to. I mean, I'm pretty hard on myself too, but less of the like fear.
Yeah, I don't know. And here I am making these like nuclear moves, like, you know, penis tattooed on my face, and then everything else that I'm coming up with next, which like could just completely blow up in my face, and you know.
No, but they're good ideas. I don't think you should stop doing any of that stuff. But what if you could do it and also feel sort of at peace a little bit?
I don't know. It would be great if I could relax and enjoy my life, but that's sadly not in the cards.
Yeah.
You know, like there's fleeting moments when I snuggle with Wendy that like everything's okay, but they are very short lived.
Like while shitting, it's nice.
Yeah, like when I turn on that Tushy Ace and that warm.
Dude, I tried that
waters,
for the first time.
the Tushy Ace.
Life changing.
Life changing.
Oh my god.
With the remote control and the water that's blasting your butthole is heated.
And it blow dries you.
Fuck, dude. Dude, did you turn on the stream, the actual water blasting your butthole before you even poop?
No.
Oh, dude.
What was that do?
Oh, dude.
It lubes you up?
It just gets the. Why wait?
You just
Why
wet the
wait
runway
until
a little
after
bit?
you poop? Dude, start blasting that butthole before you poop. You
I'm
will
gonna.
never do it another way ever again.
Yeah, I'm.
You'll never want. You'll literally never want to poop without water blasting your butthole.
They asked me if I wanted the Ace, and I the only outlet I have in my bathroom is like across the
big
like on the.
mistake.
I know, and I was like, no, I'll just take the regular one, and
Big
I'm
mistake.
kicking myself, dude. I'm so down to run an extension cord through my
God.
bathroom.
I just, dude, you
Put a
will,
generator in your bathroom.
I will kick a hole through the wall.
Yeah, dude. Like I used it, and I walked out of the bathroom, and Kevo looked at me. He's like, "Dude, what's wrong?" I was like, "I just had the best experience of my life."
Yeah.
It's
Oh, dude.
unbelievable.
Which bathroom is it in?
like,
the front one by the front
dude,
door.
Like the good people of Hello Tushy do not have to pay me to say that they are my favorite
Oh, my God.
sponsor of the Wild Ride podcast.
Yeah.
Like it is. I mean, and dude, I'm gonna give myself some credit for like literally using just about every goddamn thing that we promote on this show.
For sure.
Like genuinely and religiously. Like we call me whatever you want. Oh, Steve-O with Blue Chew. You know, all right, Steve-O's always selling something. Fucking suck my dick because I sell shit I believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I promote shit that I love. And at the top of the list is that goddamn bidet. That Tushy Ace is so
dude.
money.
Yeah, I texted Autumn right away. I was like, okay, we're getting... Because she's not a fan of the bidets for some reason.
Oh, my God.
And it drives me nuts. And I texted her. I was like, yeah, I'm getting
She's
her.
weird about her butthole. She doesn't like things going in her butthole. That's weird. Yeah. All right, gents. Well, I think...
This was good.
I feel good.
This was good. It was
nice.
Yeah, it was long.
Thanks for having me
awaited.
back, guys. Awesome.
I love
Good
you,
to be
man.
here.
Yeah, dude.
I love you.
Can I just
And-
say real quick? I've been releasing some music by
Yeah.
myself. So Paul Brisky, Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. Go check it out. I'm releasing a bunch of music there.
Paul Brisky.
I want to
Paul
be a
Brisky.
myth. Is that you
That's
solo?
me. That's my solo.
That's a
I
good
love
one.
it.
I
like
got a
that.
song out with TK right now called Damn. A lot of shit coming. So
Love
yeah,
it. And
check
dude,
it out.
like all the comments are gonna be, dude, get Paul back.
Well, fuck
It-
yeah. Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
that's you on Spotify right there, Paul Brisky.
Yeah, that's me.
Brisske.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. And get your tickets at stevo.com, man. Like, I'm so stoked to be back on the bus right now, going back on tour, back out with the bros.
Love you, dude.
Love you.
Yeah, I love you
Love you
guys.
guys.
So there it is, folks. It felt really good to do that. I mean, we said that. It felt really good to do just the boys. I think that as the whole plan was, get a penis tattooed on my forehead and see how much press that generates. I'm thinking that a lot of people know about it. And I'm telling you guys, the show that I'm bringing on tour on this bus starting this Friday is outrageous. If you live in Alabama or Florida or Arizona or any of these other places, like, do not miss this show. It is outrageous. Get your tickets at stevo.com. See this dick tattoo in person, and thank you for sticking around to the end of the podcast. I love you dearly. Yeah, dude. Hey everybody, and welcome to a magnanimous wild ride with Steve-O. This episode is awesome. I'm here in Tennessee. I'm at my ranch, and today I learned archery. So let me just quickly fire an arrow through my living room. Yes! And what can I say about Jelly Roll? He's the coolest dude ever. And we talk about stuff that he's never even talked about. His new music coming out, spoiler alert, and his tour he's going on, testifying in front of Congress, his Super Bowl ad, like all of the felons that he does cool stuff for. Man, it really is one of the greatest episodes that we've ever done. So let's get into it.
Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Jelly Roll. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you didn't know anything about me, I hope you understand that I'm mostly in satire. But more importantly, I hope you take the time to go to jellyroll615.com. I am doing my first full arena lap around America. It's huge. Madison Square Garden. Some big destination shows. Got a lot of festivals I'm doing. If you don't see my city, it's because I'm playing a festival there. Just cruise the website. I love you. New music coming really soon. I hadn't announced that anywhere. Breaking news. New music coming. I don't know when the album will come out, but I'll start releasing some songs really soon, like in the next 30, 45 days.
Okay. All right, man. I'm fucking hyped. Hey, if you've got a drink, you don't need this here. Then,
No, we're good. I'll take it. What is it? Is this a sparkling water?
It's just sparkling water.
You got one of these that are still by chance?
God damn it, we didn't burn
I'll
it.
drink it too, then. I'm good. I got a water right here, but
Yeah, whatever,
figured
man.
for all intents and purposes, it looks like these are.
Yeah. Okay, here we go, man.
Let's rock and roll.
I'm gonna fire it up, man. Yeah, we're hyped.
So
Yeah, I might too, dude.
We're
I'm fucking
super
fired up, man. This is fucking really cool.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I'm gonna just look at it. It's 12:23. Ladies and gentlemen, people of the universe, I bring to you Jelly Roll.
Yes, baby. This is awesome.
Yeah, dude, it's so exciting about like how. I mean, just getting to meet you is epic. We've never met before, right?
Never met. Big fan though.
Well, thank you, man.
What's
Likewise.
it? What do they say in our era? Long time listener, first time caller. You know what I'm saying? Long time listener, first time caller.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that a lot, man. And I really, it's an honor, dude. I'm a big fan of yours. But by bringing the studio to the guest, so often we get to like kind of see people in their element, like see their house and stuff. And here we are at your house, and it's pretty badass.
Yeah, dude. Let me tell you the coolest thing about it. So I have a 2-year-old Basset Hound.
Yeah.
And he grew up on tour with me. So we named him Bus Dog, Bussy the Bus Dog. So his name's Bussy the Bus Dog. And he has spent, of these 2 years of his life, and we've had him since he was 7, 8 weeks old, he spent more time on a bus than he has not on a bus. So as soon as he's seen this through the crack in the door, he lost his mind. He was like, it is time to shine. And I thought he had to use the bathroom. I brought him out here, and he just wanted to get on the bus. He just kept trying to get on the bus. He was like, home is here. So it was really cool, man.
Does he do well when the bus is moving? He's
Great. He wouldn't know it any other way.
Man.
It's like you talk about, you think about a puppy that's been on a moving bus since he was 8 weeks old.
Yeah.
He don't know anything else. When he's here is when he's losing his mind. He's like, why are not more people here loving on me right now? Because he's the belle of the ball on tour, right? I mean, he takes
Yeah.
over every amphitheater and arena in America. It makes it his little backyard.
It's a shame, man, because my dog Wendy, I found this dog in the streets of Peru, and brought her all over. She's great on airplanes, and I was in comedy clubs. But then when I graduated to theaters and started traveling on a bus, she's just terrified of the bus. Oh. So I can't I just stopped bringing her on tour, which broke my heart.
She wasn't
that
always
breaks my
terrified of
heart.
it, though, right?
She was, dude. She was always terrified of the bus. Fine with planes, though. But I'm not here to talk about me.
That's right.
Yeah.
That still hurts, though, man. God. Thanks for sharing, though, dude. That sucks, man. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I love it. I guess just because we raised him on the bus, he don't know any other. You know what I mean? When he's home, he really is. He's kind of ticky and weird, but you get him in the bus, and he just immediately
Should've
gets
brought
into
him on
his
now.
spot. Dude, I wouldn't know if it was a dog-friendly bus
Oh,
or not.
dude,
But
couldn't be more dog
he would have
friendly.
lost his mind. He came straight in here like, this is where I belong. These are my people.
All right. We're going to hit a timeout
Yeah.
to get the dog.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you want to let him in? Yeah.
We'll get a bus. I'll send my text
Cool,
right
man.
now. I'll get busted.
That's
in the
great.
bus.
I love it.
We've never done a timeout.
Love
Yeah.
it.
No, we don't have to do a timeout. We can keep rolling. I'll text
Yeah,
my
no,
nephew.
it's all good, man. We're like,
bring. This is going to be so funny. Bring the bus dog to the bus.
Yeah. It's
Now, he's still a puppy, so there's going to be a short-lived moment of excitement. The chance of him sitting and chilling with this many people are rare, because this is on tour. He'd be like, everybody's just going to gush over me.
Yeah.
He's the best, though. I don't know what it is. I think it's something about having him on tour that makes me feel more at home. My wife travels with me. Like, our daughter comes out on the weekends.
Emotional support.
Yeah, it's like really, it's like there's truly this, she brings her dog, and my niece comes out every now and then, and she'll bring the other dog from the house, and my nephew, and it's like, my whole home is with me here now, and it's really, I don't know, it just makes traveling. But I still aggressively tour, though, Steve-O.
Yeah.
Like, I still tour, like, old school rock and roll, like.
I mean, I remember right when I started going to theaters, and I was renting a bus. Like, there were a couple of spots where, like, oh, Jelly Roll was here, like, the day before. So that tells me that, like, back in, like, 2021, like, you were in regular theaters.
Yes, sir.
And have just blown up since then. Now it's just purely arenas, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Now it's crazy. We doing a full arena tour in the fall. Tickets on sale today. Big day for me, actually.
Yeah.
I've been in there like a nerd, calling my rep at Live Nation like every 15 minutes. Like, how's this one doing? What's this? I'll just keep looking over the tour dates. I always reference that I was the kid, and this is where we get real, that had a birthday party and would give a RSVP to everybody in the school. I'd pass out 200 come to my birthday party cards and wouldn't get one RSVP.
Ah, man.
So, I just wasn't a super popular kid. So, like, that childhood trauma comes out of me a little bit on tour announcements. They're not a lot of fun for me still because you're just like, is this the birthday party nobody shows up to again? You know what I'm saying? Do you even think about it when you put them on sale? Am I the only person that flips out about this?
No.
Yeah, dude. Like, back in the beginning of my comedy tour, and I've been working with Scott over here for 10 years. They used to send me ticket counts, like, by email. And I told them, like, I'm like, do not copy me on ticket counts because it would, like, affect me so much. I'm like, I just don't want to know. Tell me, like, just book interviews and do it. Like, and that's psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because they do, like, where the percentage sold out. Do you have that on your reports where it says, like, 58% sold?
Oh, yeah. No, I get them twice a week.
Yeah, and it's
I get a Monday count and a Friday count. I even do it for festivals that I'm playing now that I'm headlining them. If the festival will give me a ticket count, I want to know, because also sometimes I'm nervous to make sure, are we doing our job?
Yeah.
Like, that's what matters to me, is I want to be held accountable too. Like, if there's a low ticket count somewhere, I want to be able to call my man and go, yo, do I need to do drops for this, or do I need to call some local radio stations? Like, I'm not above going down there and getting on the news, dude. Do they just not know who I am there yet? Or what can I do to help this? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
have you sold any out yet as of today?
I think we got a couple of plus ones in the wings, so it should be cool. God willing, it looks like it's going really well.
How many?
Everybody's telling me it's going great.
How many dates?
40.
That's a good one.
Wow.
Yeah, rock and roll style, every arena, crypto. I mean, dude, I'm nervous. I mean, I got palm sweaty talking about it, dude. I mean, I'm talking about.
See you.
Man, you see me? I'm like, my whole energy shifted, and all of a sudden I was like, I shouldn't have brought this up. I fucked myself.
Oh no, dude, it's all good. And I mean, candidly,
we're doing Madison Square. Like, we're doing the things. Like, we're doing crypto. You know what I mean? Like, we're doing proper.
Crypto's the Staples Center, right, in downtown LA.
Yeah.
Where it used to be. Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, it's a big. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
crazy.
How many tour buses do you roll with? How many trucks do you have? Is it, like, compared to your theater shows to the arenas? It's got to be way bigger, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think when we were in theaters in 21 and 20, the end of 20, we were playing early theaters in 19. So, like, the end of 19 in the Southeast, I was blowing out, like, the 1,500 and 2,500 cap rooms. And then we were playing, like, the bigger theaters coming out of 21, and we were doing probably, like, 3 buses and 2 trucks. Mm-hmm. And I think our last amphitheater tour last year was, dude, I don't know, man, 10 buses and 15 trucks or something. So it's going to be, and I'm really, I don't know what this one's going to be yet, but I know I'm bringing the thunder. I know that I set the stage. You know what I mean? I know I put the budget aside to be like, I took haircuts when it matters. When it was like, no, dude, I want to, like, I don't want to just play Madison Square Garden. I want to be remembered for playing it.
Now tell me if this is true. I heard that when it comes to your crew, when you're on tour, you only hire felons.
I think a lot of people would jump to the conclusion that working with felons is risky, but I'm here to tell you that life is full of risks. For example, when I was firing the arrows through my living room, I didn't even hit the target most of the time. I put a bunch of holes in the back of my fireplace, and that's just one of many examples of why it's important to get life insurance. I'm telling you. Like, you can save time and money and set your family up with a financial safety net by using Policy Genius. This is the way to get the best coverage for life insurance. And they've got policies for as little as $292 a year, which give you a full $1 million worth of coverage. It's crazy. And the way to get it is at policygenius.com/Stevo. Or click the link in the description. I think it's just a good idea to acknowledge the risk in life by protecting your family and getting life insurance. The best way to get life insurance is through Policy Genius. And if you go to policygenius.com/Stevo or click the link in the description, you're going to get an even better deal. So take care of your family, save time, save money, and get to policygenius.com/Stevo to work with the licensed and terrific insurance agents there. You're going to get the best deal. Now let's get back to it.
Yes, absolutely. Felons, recovering addicts, broken. People like me.
I check both boxes there.
Yeah, no, you're welcome, dude. Even then, we have an opposite drug policy. You can fail drug screens. We're just concerned with what you're failing for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you smoke a little reefer? No problem. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. You're welcome on here with us, dude. It's like, we don't mind stuff. So it's like, we're kind of I encourage y'all to come see a Jelly show, because what's happening behind it is just as wild as what's happening in front of it and on the stage. All four sides of that stage are a circus at all times.
Love it.
I love it, dude. It's a complete misfit bunch. Even down to like who I picked to go on tour. Like we're taking Warren Zeiders out this time. I just love his music. I love how dark and like he brings theater back to his shows, which is cool. And we're bringing this girl named Alexandra Kay, who's like an independent phenom. And it's like I curate these. Last year I took Josh Adam Myers out on my amphitheater tour.
Yeah, that's right. You told me that.
Yeah, he did a version of what the jam is, but like his own, like the version of it with his guys. So it's cool.
I feel like a Jelly Roll tour, like the perfect tour manager would be Mike Busey.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Like he's like the perfect.
You know what? The cool thing.
Fucking...
Listen, I talked to Mike about this one time. There is a part of that tour that he could manage.
Yeah,
I don't know
I'm
if
sure.
he's the tour manager, but there is a part of that tour that he can manage for sure. And he can come get that job anytime he wants it. He will know exactly. I thought about hitting him one time about one of these tours because we do a barbecue in the back. My guy Country, that I've known forever through 3-6 Mafia and Juicy J, and introduced me to him forever ago. He grills every day. So, like, we smoke ribs and, like, pork butt and, like, shoulders and stuff every day. Like, we smoke and grill every day for, like, 100 guests. And we feed the local crew barbecue sandwiches, and we set up a bar, and we set up a bunch of TVs and watch football and fights and stuff on Saturday night. Dude. It's like a real vibe. And I was like, this is where I need Mike Busey. He should curate this party. It should be, you know what I'm saying? It should be Mike Busey's party.
He's the best, man.
Yeah.
Mike Busey is such a rad dude. And it's thanks to Mike Busey that we're sitting here today.
Yeah, absolutely. And that Mike is who he is as a sweet human.
Yeah.
Like, I love the Mike that you don't see on social media, too. Like, the one that'll sit with you and get, like, deep.
For sure.
And like tear up with you and like sit around a fire and like lay it on you and you lay it on each other and like it's like a release. You know, it's like he's also a guy that I love maniacs. I love people like us that are just like, I'm going to figure this out. I don't care. I'm going to dedicate my life to figuring it out. I don't know anything else but figuring it out. And he figured it out.
Mike Busey famously owns the Sausage Castle. And I had this project that my bucket list project, and I wanted the opening sequence. I wanted to be dangling from a helicopter, flying around, and ultimately let go and land on the roof of this moving bus. And so I hit up Mike Busey, like, hey man, I need a place to film this opening sequence. He's like, oh yeah, dude, we can get a helicopter here. We can so I'm on the roof of the Sausage Castle. The helicopter drops the rope ladder, it's flying me around, and Mike Busey literally got the fucking telephone company employees to come out and install telephone poles, like a whole bunch of telephone poles,
Yeah.
to put up electrical wires that weren't actually hot, but with like transistors, right? Like special effects guy to make them blow up when I get dipped in the water. And first they get me wet, then they send me through the electrical wires while I'm hanging from the helicopter. He made all that happen, like without me even asking.
Yeah.
No, he's the guy, man. He's one of the best dudes. We shot our early music videos with him. Like, I met Mike down in Panama City 15 years ago. I just got out of jail. Me and Lil White are down there selling mixtapes, and me and Lil White have a song from Hypnotized Camp. He's from 3/6's camp. Been one of my best friends forever. One of the first guys that gave me an opportunity. And we're down there, and Mike Busey's having a pool party. Just doing some Mike Busey stuff, really. He's just kind of down there, Mike Busey. He's just Mike Busey. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And we bump into him, and White threw him through 3/6 Mafia. And he was like, yeah, man, let's just shoot it. And I think he just had a camera and just shot it, you know, like just on some like fly stuff. And this was early in YouTube. This was like URL, youtube.com. You had to have a hardwired computer somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a different era. So like we were early to that party. Even down to like YouTube is still my baby today. Like I still look at YouTube like the girl that had my heart first.
Sure.
Because we were so early to that platform, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of Little White, you've had support from 3/6 early on, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
They've been super supportive
Dude,
of you.
I mean, man, from the dude, we're talking about probably almost 2 decades now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we were so immersed in that culture of hip hop too at the time, like Haystack being from here, Cool Daddy Fresh, Pistol, later on Kwani Cash, and like I watched all these things. So then I kept up with what was happening in Memphis because it was so close. So like then we started hearing 8 Ball and MJG, the 3/6 Mafia early, like the early Mystic Styles, like the super dark stuff. You know what I mean? And it was like so rebellious in that culture, and it was so different. And then I finally meet the guys, and they're fucking awesome. Like Juicy J. You know, I took DJ Paul and Juicy J. 3/6 Mafia did 7 shows with me last year.
Wow.
They don't do a lot of shows. Like
Yeah.
as 3/6 Mafia, they just don't do. You know, they've been doing it so long. I mean, them dudes got Academy Awards. They've sold hundreds of millions of records. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not really going out and performing. It's not a thing that they were like, yeah, we'll do some shows. It was cool as hell.
Sick.
It's we filmed Wild Boys with 3/6 Mafia before they won the Academy Award. It was like 2004.
Yeah.
2004, and I guess in Memphis. I remember it was in Tennessee. We were filming blowing up anvils, sending them all high in the air, and fainting goats and stuff.
But Steve, how did you become so close with DJ Paul? Because when we saw when I was with you at the
Gathering of
Juggalo,
the Juggalo, DJ Paul.
Oh my!
But the
dude, I've done the
Gathering, like,
gathering
dude-
like 8 or 9 times. It's the best ever.
DJ
Yeah.
Paul was so excited to see you. Like where you guys had like a weird relationship going. Like,
Yeah,
how
I
did
mean,
you guys meet?
DJ Paul, we got to get DJ Paul on here, man.
Oh,
he's,
love it, dude.
he's
so funny too. He's one of the funniest fucking humans ever.
Yeah.
He hit me up before the gathering. He said that he wanted to try doing stand-up comedy, and he says, do I have any advice? And I said, my advice for anybody doing anything is start doing it, you know, like just don't wait, like get into it. And he came over to my house, and we, you know, worked on a bunch of material for him. And I don't know if he ever even did it, but I saw a thing that you said that you had been trying to do stand up at Zany's in Nashville.
Oh, yeah.
And that it wasn't going well. When was that?
No. We go to Zany's all the time. I've
Okay.
never done stand up. So let me tell you, my relationship with stand up comedy is my favorite thing on earth, and I love it because I love things that I don't think I could do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like besides like run up a flight of stairs, or you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? Like
I think
in
that's
general,
why.
like things that I look at, like man, that's a skill set I'll never possess or have,
Yeah.
or like when just like I love going to a jazz bar because I'll never play as anywhere near as good as the worst player up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like I look at comedy that way, where it's like I'm just a huge fan. I'm at Zany's all the time. It's like it's my favorite club in town by a country mile. But I would never have the courage to stand up there, dude.
Okay, maybe I
No.
interpreted that wrong.
Yeah, I was thinking if you needed a comedy agent, Mike Busey would be great.
yeah,
for you.
right. yeah, he's the best guy for me.
Yeah.
He got 2 jobs in one day in the Jelly Roll camp.
It's good. back to the thing. I'm stoked that Vinny asked you about the hiring felons.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Our food truck's the same way too.
Dude, that's the thing, man. Like, I moved to Tennessee,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I got a big ranch in Tennessee, and my neighbor who drove the bus here today, he's a retired firefighter. You know, he drove 45-foot long fire trucks, and so I'm like, dude, my neighbor can drive the bus for me, like epic. And he also runs a food truck, like so, doing his whole food truck, and he's always going to like give out like 1,000 meals here, 1,000 meals there. Doing his whole just so like charitable and community oriented. And he told us on the way here, he said, he said Jelly Roll has like a bunch of food trucks, and he only hires felons to work them.
True story.
That's
Absolutely.
great.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
rad.
only second chance guys. And I put it's in. So what I did was even deeper than getting a food truck. Some guys from where I'm from, they got the food truck. I just licensed the name and helped them facilitate because I wanted them to have their equity in it.
Nice.
Right? I want to break a culture of hiring people. I want to create a culture of people starting businesses and then
Yeah,
hiring
dude.
people and then them people showing people how to create businesses. You know what I mean? As old and as cliche as it may sound, it's the I can give you a fish or teach you to fish kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, and it was really cool with me because they came to me with the idea. So a bunch of felons from my neighborhood came to me like, yo, we got this idea. And I'm like, it's the best idea y'all have ever had. I'm like, this is crazy. We should do it. And it's immediately trickled and
But
spread.
can you explain what that is? So they have the company. You license your name
The Jelly Roll name and the brand. Yep.
to their truck,
Absolutely.
and then they just run it, and you get paid a
100%. And then they can
whatever.
franchise out with the other guys. Yeah, for sure. But I think whatever royalty I took, I don't know if I took one at all, but if I did, I think it just goes straight to a charity.
Any money he got out of it, he gave to charity. That is an example of being magnanimous. And being magnanimous is good for your mental health. You know what else is good for your mental health? Getting into therapy. And that's why I'm very glad that this episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Being in therapy helps. It helps me work on my relationship. It helps me work on my anxiety. It just helps, and it helps a lot of people I know, and I think it could help you too. If you go to betterhelp.com/Stevo, that's betterhelp.com/Stevo, you can get 10% off your first month. And it's so easy to do. You can do it online, you can do it in the comfort of your own home, and you can do it whenever is convenient, and you can do it with any number of very licensed, very wonderful therapists. And if you don't like your therapist, then you can switch it so easily. It's something that can help you. And again, I encourage you to go to betterhelp.com/Stevo to get 10% off your first month. Take care of yourself and take care of your mental health. Now let's get back to it.
That's great.
Yeah, it's just something we're just trying to build for the guys. I just want to, I know what it's like to. I was talking to my guy the other day from Impact Youth, and you know this because you've dealt with a lot of second chance people. Y'all all have. That's what I love about what y'all do too, is that regrouping in life is so hard, especially when you live in such a fog that you don't realize how much you don't have. And then you wake up out of said fog, and then you come to terms with like, oh, I don't have anything. Like, I don't have an ID. I don't have a T-shirt. I don't have a pair of shoes. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the clothes on your back is what I know a lot of people to leave rehab with. The clothes on their back is what I know a lot of people to come out of jail with, and whatever they have from jail. I know people that were so afraid of what was going to happen on the other side of jail, they brought what was in there with them. Their last couple of Zuzus and Wham Whams, like, they were just like, I don't know when I'm going to eat when I get out of here.
Like the Green Mile guy.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, I've seen it in real, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like, it's fucked. It's like, I've seen it in real life. So, like, I understand that any opportunity a guy can get in that situation is like a big opportunity. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my neighbor Chase.
Oh, yeah, I just gave him a big hug. I love him. I said, you whip that big bitch. I just gave him a hug. That's how I opened our conversation. You whipped out that big bitch.
Yeah. He also told me that you're like the toy drives. Do you do that every year, Christmas? Just giving thousands of toys to the kids?
Yeah, for sure. We I think it was tens of thousands of homes that was affected by it this year. It was huge. It was like one of the biggest ones.
Affected
the mayor
by-
came by our toy drive.
Oh, okay,
so
good,
Walmart partnered this year, and they gave us like drop boxes, and they donated tons of toys too, but they gave us drop boxes in every Walmart in Middle Tennessee. So my dream, I don't know if I should blow this, but I'll just be honest. My dream and my fingers crossed is to have a bigger partnership with them this year that spreads through the Southeast and eventually across America, because we've seen the impact of it this year.
So great, man.
It started as my daughter's idea, is what's even cooler.
Yeah.
When my father passed away in 2019, that year she said, I want to do a toy drive. I want to do some buddy's toy drive. And she partnered with a couple of people we know that own bars, and like all the bar backs would just put it in there. And then, a couple years into that, we did it every year, and then it would spread throughout the bars. It kind of organically worked its way into like us making a thing of it.
Wow, my guy Isaac just brought up on the TV an image of your largest holiday toy drive. Where the hell is that? That looks like 30,000 people.
That image to the right is
Yeah.
This one, that's rock. That was Rock on the Range. That was a festival. But that right there is a parking lot in Walmart. I don't know,
there you
10,000 people or something. As many people as we could stuff in a Walmart parking lot. They had to redirect traffic.
Man, I got to be careful.
And we did that at 3 different Walmarts in Middle Tennessee too.
Yeah,
People just come and donate
them
toys?
trucks. Yeah, man. And then of course I have a big thing about like putting my money where my mouth is too. So I mean we bought, I don't know, $100,000 of toys, $200,000 worth of toys too. We did everything we could on our end. I hate artists I appreciate people that I don't know, you shouldn't use the word hate.
Oh, God damn it. That was me. I think other people do
Oh
this.
boy.
I hope y'all were
Other people
recording.
do
I hope
this.
y'all
I
were
get-
recording
I
early
get
when he was
big
like putting the
trouble.
phone on silent.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I mean it's epic, dude, and I want to be careful not to like really like get on your dick too hard, man. But I think that I mean, you're the most lovable dude in the world. It's epic. And we watched your whole speech in front of Congress, and we were all like, man, he's just killed that. Yeah. Like there was it was. I mean, clearly, like you had some notes that you were looking at,
Right.
to stay on track, but you weren't like reading that. Like that
No, I was
it
definitely prepared.
Yeah, it sounded like it came from the heart
Yeah.
too.
that was heartfelt
Yeah.
as hell, and it was just so on point.
yeah. How does an opportunity like that
Oh
come
no,
about?
hold on. Is that my wife? Oh no, here goes the bus dog.
The bus dog.
Hey, bus dog!
Hey, buddy.
Bus dog!
Hello.
He's like, I'm on a bus. I'm on a bus.
Yeah, right on, man. Thank you for bringing the dog.
Yeah. Hey, bus.
Hey.
Hey, good boy, come here.
Is that
Hey.
Is that his name?
Yeah, his name's Bussy the bus dog, man. Look at look. Watch this.
Bussy.
Yeah, bus. Hey, bus. Hey, bus. He's still a puppy. He's almost 2. Hey, Bussy, bus.
Smells like a puppy.
Well, he's also a hound, dude. He is, dude. They're just natural. You know what I'm talking about. Them dudes. Bus. Look at him. He's a hound dog, so he comes straight in and sniffs everything. No, dude. He grew up on a bus, though. He's Bussy the bus dog. My wife calls him Sir Bussington.
The Congress.
Y'all
thing,
don't mind him hanging for real?
No,
Dude, we love it. We love it, man.
Yeah, the Congress thing was.
Pretty recent.
Yeah, it was very recent. It was January. And they gave, I got a call from CAA, and they said, "Hey, man, I am so anti-politics. So it's like there's such an irony of how God works. Of like a few things in life I hate more than politics. You know what I mean? So it's like they call, and I was like, "You want me to do what?"
Yeah.
They were like, "We want you to speak at Senate on behalf of a bill of fentanyl." And I was like, "I'll tell you something. I'll make a deal. I will speak on behalf of the crisis that is fentanyl. That's what I'm willing to speak on. I don't know a lot about bills. I don't know a lot about stuff like that." I was like, but I would love to come get their ear to talk about the fentanyl crisis, because I'm starting to wonder if they know there's one happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
good job.
I'm starting to become a concerned citizen that feels like maybe they just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
Yeah.
they're so caught up arguing about other shit that don't matter that they're completely missing these 200 people that are dying a day. I'd love to come speak. And man, I was telling my wife, I don't take a lot of things serious. Full disclosure. I just kind of, I'm just kind of go with the flow guy. I took that opportunity serious.
It could.
Yeah.
I really
It
took
was
it
evident.
serious.
You said something that like hit me really hard. You were like, as someone that was part of the problem, I now want to be part of the solution.
Yes,
and
sir.
that was sick. That was great.
No, I mean, I think it was important to kind of, I don't know, I felt like I had an opportunity to speak for a lot of people that aren't spoken for in that moment. And I took that the most important. And I think about all the people that even are like me that have changed their life, have went on to do better things that just don't have the platform. You know what I mean? Or the hope, like more of the hope to be like, also, I want to make change and cool again.
Yeah.
Like we've got really stuck in this mindset that it's like, I want to make it, it's cool to change your mind about stuff, man. It's cool to listen. It's cool to talk. It's cool to be open. Like this is all cool. You know what I mean? Like let's conversate. Like
you know what's cool is admitting when you're wrong.
Ooh, man, that's the coolest thing. and doing it in a real no but way. And just be like, hey man, I blew it. I said simple. I was a part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? I want to now be a part of the solution. You know?
I'm feeling attacked here.
I was just about to look over.
So during your speech to Congress, you were encouraging them that, please pass this bill. Like, I want you to pass this bill. Like, but I wasn't clear on what the bill was. Like,
So, and I said this in the speech too, because it was important to note this. I said this later in the questioning, was the bill is to prevent flow of fentanyl. And you heard in the speech, I said, gentlemen, I do believe that this will help stop the supply. But if we don't put a foot forward to stop the demand, we're going to be spinning our wheels in the tire. We're going to spin our tires in the mud. And that's because the bill's focused on like flow, like whether it's coming through ports or over the border, either way. And this was a bipartisan thing. It wasn't just about the border. It was coming from ports in China, Japan. They were finding different ways, and they were finding money trails to follow it. So they were able to say, hey, this shipment was paid in this much crypto. It turned out to be this much fentanyl. And they're trying to now take the right to take that money and put it towards community resources and law enforcement. So it's like, it was really just kind of it was a banking committee bill. And I read the whole bill, and my sister and me sat down. She's a really smart college graduate. And explained it to me so I knew what I was talking about. And I understood the bill enough to stand in support of it, but also understood that it was the equivalent of, focusing on one fly in a house full of horse shit. You know what I mean? And that's why I said it's important that we focus on stopping a demand and a flow. You can't just stop a supply and not end on a demand, not focus on a demand.
Right. Now the flow, as I understand it, there's it's precursor drugs that are coming out of China, and the problem with it is that these precursor drugs are perfectly legal in China.
Right.
And then so China sends the precursor drugs to Mexico, and then the cartels like put together all the whether it's counterfeit pills. That are
like pressed pills.
Yeah, they look exactly like Xanax, except it's fentanyl. Or mixing it like whatever. And then so it feels like there's multiple different issues with the flow of it.
Yeah.
But I really like the track the money piece of it. That seems like kind of an at the root kind of a thing that would be more than just like a fly. Yeah. That feels like a systemic kind of overall approach that could be very helpful.
Yeah, it was a very, I think they had the full vote. It just passed into whatever. It seemed very bipartisan. But my focus was, I knew I had 5 minutes to talk about what I thought was the most important, was less the bill and more about the crisis itself.
Sure.
Because this is what I wanted to do, and this is how it worked out. I just want to create a conversation that people already know is happening but aren't talking about. It's the elephant in the room, kind of. I'm walking the red carpet of the Grammys. Right, first time at the Grammys. I'm floating. My feet hadn't touched the ground all day. Every person, whether it was a security guard that worked for the crypto arena, or a photographer that pulled me to the side, or an A-list celebrity like top 5 streamers in the world, top video game streamers, all taking me to the side, going, "Hey man, I seen your fentanyl testimony, man. That's so powerful. This affected my family in this way."
Getting recognition for a job well done feels good. And I'll tell you, every time I take a Blue Chew tablet, I do a very good job, and I get recognition for it from my lady. What can I say? I'm proud of it, and I love it. And I think you might love it too, because in my view, it is a lot of fun to take a Blue Chew tablet. Why? Because it's got the same active ingredient as both Viagra and Cialis, except it only costs a fraction of the price. And it's chewable and it's delicious. And if you go to BlueChew.com and use the promo code STEVO, you can get an entire month's supply of Blue Chew tablets completely for free. All you pay is $5 for shipping. That's if you go to bluechew.com and use the promo code STEVO. You quickly consult with the medical provider on their website, and in a couple minutes, you've got your prescription, and an entire month's supply of Blue Chew tablets is on its way to you for free. All you pay is $5 for shipping. So if you feel like you want to get recognition for a job very well done, then let me recommend Blue Chew tablets. One more time, it's bluechew.com with the promo code STEVO. Now let's get back to it. Yeah.
And dude, I mean, I was to the point of tears multiple times throughout the day. People are coming to my table all Grammy week. That's all I kept hearing. And I was like, this is what I wanted, God.
Yeah.
They're not ashamed of it right now. You know what I mean? I brought a normalcy to talk about and brought a human element to it. You know what I mean? To be like, because that was another thing I wanted to point out was we also need to change how we look at addicts, period. Because we have been guilty as America of not humanizing drug addicts. Oh, that's their choice. They did that to themselves. They made that decision. That's why 200 people die a day, and we don't talk about it, right? And when you start looking at it like, no, that actually was my uncle. He was actually a great guy before. You should have seen him. He was actually lit a room up. I never met a drug addict in my life that didn't light a room up sober. You know what I mean? I can tell you that. I've never met one in my life yet that wasn't the funniest person in the room, the most charismatic person in the room, every one of them that were sober. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I wanted to bring that to the table that day, too, to be like, yo, we got to start looking at this different, too. And also these random cases. This fentanyl shit's gotten so weird, it's like you can't even party. Like, I fear for kids in college right now. Like, stuff that's basic college shit, basic high school stuff is scary. Well, I have a 15-and-a-half-year-old daughter.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
I was just gonna ask, like, having a daughter that young, what kind of what does that kind of conversation look like? Like, you have to be nervous about her going to high school, then college, you know, and just having regular college parties and.
But like they have like test strips for fentanyl readily available for people. That's weird.
Yeah, totally. But
I mean, it's probably really helpful.
Yeah,
but
it's definitely
also
helpful.
Like,
but I feel like most
we
college
put them on
kids,
the buses too.
Yeah, but
what,
I feel
the
like
test strips.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Yeah.
like, why? Because there's like, what drugs do they test? Like, is it in the cocaine? Is it in the whatever?
Yeah, whatever drug. You can put any drug in the in a little thing of water vial.
Yeah.
You put a little piece of it in the water vial. It's almost like a COVID test in this really weird way. Really weird comparison, but the best way to put it is like it's one of those kind of things. And I put them in every bus, and I put Narcan on every bus. It's just something I do. I also put a defibrillator on every bus.
Yeah.
It's just I know that I can't prevent some people from doing drugs.
For sure.
I know that. But I can lay out every possible scenario for you to do it the safest way you can on my watch.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I've heard people, in meetings talk about like when you go into a bathroom and you see like the hypodermic needle stash thing to like put your needles in there. Mm-hmm. When you're just a civilian and you're looking at that, you're like, what the fuck? But then when you're hearing these people talk, you're like, dude, thank you guys so much for putting that in there. Like, I don't have shame for just dumping these into a trash can or something. Like, so it's like it's a weird catch-22 of like what do you do with people that are going to use drugs anyway? You know, you got to at least have some safety precautions in place.
Well, we got to quit focusing on the flies and focus on the horse shit. And when you're in a house full of horse shit, you can only do it one scoop at a time.
Man.
You know what I mean? And that's the end of the day, you know? And my scoop, I'm scooping. I don't know what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, more shit's coming in all the time. And maybe I'm just in a perpetual cycle of scooping while more shit's dropping on me. But I'm definitely one of the scoopers. You know what I'm saying? But I don't do nothing else in life. I want to be the scooper. You know what I mean?
Dude, I love it, man. So you just went to your first Grammys? That was recent?
It was crazy. It was a month and a half ago. I'm still floating from it. I got to do the Grammys. Then I went to Hawaii for a week to do American Idol Mentor. And then I went to the Super Bowl.
You had a Super Bowl ad?
Yeah, I had a Super Bowl commercial, dude, with Uber Eats. Yes, is that not crazy? I was like, this is wild. And it was unreal.
I think I saw you. You were at the UFC Apex the night before.
Yes.
The Super Bowl.
Yeah, I went out. I'm sure you don't mind me telling this story. I went out with Dana that night.
Yeah.
Taylor Lewan took me out to meet Dana and Hunter Campbell, and we gambled. And I gambled with Expose and a couple of streamers that gamble for. And I had one of the best days of my whole life out there, dude. I mean, my day started at Michael Rubin's Super Bowl party, which is the Fanatics party, is insane. I did not feel like I belonged there. There was real celebrities there. You know, when you get around real celebrities, you're like, I am not a celebrity. That's a real celebrity. You know, my friends are like, you're famous. I'm like, I've been to some rooms where I was the fly. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But then I went straight from there to watch the fight at the Apex, which I'm a big UFC fan. But have y'all been to the Apex? You seen the fight there?
Yeah.
Dude,
It's a different experience, dude.
it is.
I mean, you heard body shots.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you heard the agony. Like, you heard the breathing. You could hear them breathing on each other in the third round, just like panting like a like Bussy, just panting. You know what I mean? And it was a different way to experience the fight. And
Dude, I went to the Apex when it was like a bubble in like the heat of the pandemic.
hey, that's when it was kind of pimped out, though, right?
When
they had, like, the booths, like a Vegas nightclub?
The VIP balcony with the private bar. Hell yeah, they did.
It was still pimped out. It was still, Dana does everything right.
Dude,
so I left
he's the
there
best.
and I went to see Bert and Tom at the MGM.
Nice.
And it was killer. Gillis was there. I mean, it was just an absolute Trevor. I mean, it was a great night. And ended up gambling with them boys and won, like, I don't know, 70 grand or something like that. It was a crazy night. It was one of them nights.
Your name's Blackjack?
Yeah.
So wait, so you went Apex to then to the
I went Fanatics party, Apex, Bert, Tom,
then gambling with Dana.
Yeah, and Exposed for sure, and Cody on
That's a hell of a
screen.
day.
Yeah, Nick Merckx. It was awesome.
Yeah.
The best day ever. I was like, I don't know if I'll ever have a better day.
And then next
Woke
day,
up and went to the Super Bowl. I was like, who am I, dude? I was like, these
great.
people don't know.
the Super Bowl was fun, dude.
Yeah.
I just watched it on TV like a regular person.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do that next time. I left the Super Bowl with this. I will, if I go again, it's because the Titans go.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it's a thing. It's a real big. It was like a lot.
I
I
think
was
we might be-
overwhelmed a little bit.
We might be a couple years off of that.
Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, it's gonna be probably a decade at best, if ever. But if we go, dude, I don't care what it costs. I'm renting a suite. We're all gonna dress in
Dude.
Titan blue. I'll cry.
I
I'll
did.
look like one of them Detroit Lions fans when they just went
Yeah.
to the NFC Championship. I cried for them, by the way. I was so
Right.
excited. I was dreaming, which I'm glad who went because I love George and I love Travis. But I was dreaming of a blue collar bowl. I was dreaming of the
Yeah.
Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, for
I mean, I
sure.
was dreaming of it at night, dude. I was like,
Man.
what an experience that would be to watch just the middle of America just kick ass one good time. You know what I mean? On a national scale.
You know what's crazy is that I picked the Detroit Lions to be my team that season in the first week, and they made it all the way to the championship, the divisional. And God, I was rooting for them, man.
Yeah. I think the whole world was, for the record. I think unanimously. I kept seeing memes on Instagram that said people in America who want to see these teams go to the Super Bowl, and it was everybody wanted to see the Lions except the city of Kansas City and
Yeah.
the city of San Francisco.
Yeah.
But it was cool. It was everything else was a really good experience. The Super Bowl was just, I think after the 2 long weeks, too, I was just burnt. And then you walk in, it was such an overstimulation. The halftime performance was incredible in the room. I never seen it on TV, which I heard it looked really good on TV too because it was shot tight. But like in the room, it was fire. Everybody knew every Usher song. It was really cool to watch.
Man,
Have you been to a Super Bowl?
I've never been to a Super Bowl, no.
It's a thing, dude. I don't know if it's like that because it was Vegas or they're always insane.
I'm going to guess that it's always
Yeah.
Well, what'd you do with Shaq at some Super Bowl?
I flew to Tampa for the Shaq Bowl or whatever. It was like a kind of a pre-Super Bowl thing, like on a totally different place. But whatever. I have a couple thoughts. Watching it on TV, man, Tony Romo blew me away with this commentary on the Super Bowl. Just the way that he made it so like kind of relatable, where he's like, okay, in this situation I would want to do this, like it just felt so much more like a commentator, like giving the actual perspective of a player than of a player that is now a commentator, like it was just really, really impressed by Tony Romo. And I'm really, really impressed by the way that the NFL for the whole season. I mean, I guess they've been doing it, but as soon as a game ends, any game in the whole NFL season, as soon as it ends, they put up on the NFL YouTube channel a condensed version of the game, where like that 2.5 hour, 3 hour long game is now like 9 to 14 minutes, depending. So, like, there's just no bullshit.
Yeah.
You watch that condensed 9 to 4, and while you're watching these condensed games, you know that if they show a kickoff or a punt, then it's going to be a bang in return. You know, some shit's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, like, they only, and it's just, there's no, like, stop for the flag and figure out what the penalty is.
Right.
You know? And because they make it so digestible, because they make it so just consumable and enjoyable, like, I watched more football this past season than I ever have in my life. I watched like every goddamn game.
Oh, yeah.
And then by the time we started getting close to the playoffs, like now I like care so much because I've watched every game that I end up now I don't even want to watch the 9 minutes anymore. Now I gotta now that we get to the playoffs, I gotta watch the whole game now because I'm so invested. So by the end of the season, because they gave away those condensed versions on YouTube, by the end of the season I had a subscription to Peacock, to Paramount Plus, to already had the ESPN. But every single possible platform that you could watch a full-length football game on, I was subscribed to by the end of the season. So, way to be NFL. They're like the crack dealer. They gave me the
They gave you a little taste.
Gave me a little hit, and then I just had to have.
Yeah.
That's how I became an NBA fan and a Power Slap fan.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, because the NBA will just show the highlights. Like, I
Yeah.
guess when I'm just scrolling it, because it's hard not to watch
You've been to a power
somebody
slap?
doing something. I haven't been. I heard they're crazy.
I wanna go.
I was supposed to go to one the Friday before I went to the Apex, but we couldn't get in from Hawaii in time because we were doing that American Idol thing. But I watched it. I became a fan of it because I kept seeing enough of it and enough of the same people to be like, yo, this is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But it's the same way I feel about the NBA. I went to a game and seen it live, which is like anything. That's how I got into hockey. You go see a hockey game live, and you're like, yo, this is crazy.
And they fight?
And they fight, and they hit that wall way harder than you think, and
Yeah.
they're skating way faster than you think they are. TV makes them look graceful. When it's in person, it looks dangerous. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, these two dudes hit each other right now. They're going down. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure.
For sure.
Everybody tells me how much fun the Predators games are.
Dude, it is a hoot and a half because it's a hockey crowd, which is already a little rambunctious. Like, they'll cuss a referee out in unison in a chant through an arena. It's awesome. It is so. But then you add that to the fact that it's in the middle of the South
Yeah.
with a relatively newer team. Buddy, what are you doing? You ran like you just used the bathroom. Come here.
It's fine.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
he knew. Hi.
Hey, mama. This is the luxury of being outside of my house, Steve. You get our dogs, you get my
Yeah.
wife. It's a whole circus. You hang around long enough, I care to get off the bus.
Hello there.
Is this not
Yeah,
cool?
super cool.
It's inspiring. That's what I was
yeah.
thinking too.
You want to jump in here?
Oh no, I gotta go do podcasts. I just wanted to come say hi.
Hey, I appreciate you so much. And
You want to
let,
bring me a kiss?
let me ask this: you guys really got engaged and married in the same night?
Oh yeah, in Vegas.
Yeah.
We agreed to get. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
At a Deftones concert. It was totally rock and roll.
Wow.
Yeah, he asked me on the stage at a Deftones concert.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give
I love your jacket.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, thank you.
We'll see you soon too.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so
Your jacket
much.
looks great.
Bye, you guys.
Say, Mama, look, the bus dog's back on the bus.
I know.
He feels at home.
Awesome right here.
We had some input from the great Mike Busey.
Yes.
He told us to ask about Bunny just straight supporting you.
Oh, dude. So when I got with Bunny, when we mean support, I mean like financially. Like I just sold my van. I had this like '97 conversion van I was touring out of forever. The high top ones, we called it Bertha, and it's like 4 transmissions.
That's what
in.
this is called.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I named this Bertha. Yeah.
Bertha, it makes sense, right? I called our first one
Yeah.
Bertha. This makes me so happy. Kindred spirits. And I had Bertha everywhere, the big white van. And I think 4 transmissions in, I was like, it's over. I've drug too many trailers across America on too many tours. This van's done.
And that van, you just straight lived in it too.
Yeah, for sure. So I went and rented a car, and I didn't have a house anyway because I lived in the van. So now I had a rental car, and I was like, I don't know what to do. So I was just trugging across America to shoot videos. I was just living it. You know what I mean? I slept, and I didn't do nothing but it. I didn't have a life outside of music. So bumped into her, and I'm full disclosure with her. I was like, yo, I'm doing bad. You know what I'm saying? No.
For sure.
She was like, "Oh, I know. I met you a year ago, and your most prized possession was a van." I was like, "And it's gone." I was like, "You know what I mean?" I was like, "That's it." So you know how much that van meant to me, and now it's gone. You know what I'm saying? I was like, and I think I'm gonna have to find a way to get custody of my daughter. And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, and I'll never forget this. She goes, "No matter what happens with us, I want to help you get that girl taken care of." And that was like such a moment for me with us. I normally cry when I say it, but it was such a moment for me that she was like, that's where she was in that moment. She was like, pretty much like, "Hey, you're kind of a shit show and this might not work, but I'm going to get you stable." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I felt like she treated me like a little pound puppy. She at least agreed to at least rehouse me. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And we ended up falling in love and got custody of that same little girl. And almost 8 years later, that little girl will be here about an hour from now. She'll be getting off the bus and talking shit. She's 16, so she'll be talking shit. She'll be 16 in 2 months. Bussy, what are you doing back here? Bus, come
He's
here.
just getting comfy.
Okay, good boy. Never
Yeah,
mind.
he's on the seat.
So I'm almost reluctant, but Mike Busey included it as a question to ask. He says, "Ask about threesomes." I don't know what that means.
Oh, dude, listen. I don't either. Early in me and Bunny's relationship, and we're not past it now, I don't think, but we're definitely a lot older. But yeah, man, that was a thing. We shot our shot everywhere. We hooped together. We had a Tinder together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because we were selling 200 or 300 tickets in club, in cities, some cities.
Yeah.
500, 600, 700 tickets. We wasn't worth nothing, so we'd get a hotel room and just hole up like a couple of pervs. You know what I'm saying? And flip through.
Man, I've never even heard of a couple having a Tinder account together. Dude,
That's a true story.
That's classic.
There was a time that I'll let you and Bunny are going to do her podcast. I'll make sure she talks to you about it because she's way funnier than me when she talks about it. But she's silly. Bunny's just like wide open, man. She's and even now we're a little bit older, so a little different, but we're still very much and believe in holding a relationship like this and not like this, because I've held too many things like this and that just never worked for me. So we're just very open and like, it's my best friend.
Yeah.
And the coolest thing it did for us was it took other women out of the equation for us completely, because I look at her like my best friend, like I would any other dude. Like if we were at a bar having a drink and there was a hot girl there, we're going to acknowledge there's a hot girl there at some point in our conversation as two men, if we're really boys. Right, if we've known each other, we're really comfortable. It's my best friend. Why would I not tell my wife the same thing? You know what I mean? Like, why would I try? Oh, I don't want to look at that girl's ass. I'm with my wife. It's like, yo, look at that girl's ass. That's crazy, right? Normally, Bunny sees it way before me because she is a pervert. But you know what I'm saying? But it's been a big part of our friendship is just having that kind of an open dialogue and honesty. You know what I mean? Like, if a girl sends Bunny a boob pic on Instagram, I'll be the first person she sends it to every single time. You know what I'm saying? It's the coolest thing ever. Now that I look, I'm like, ooh, boobs. I'm like, oh, they're not Bunny's boobs. Cool too. You know what I'm saying? Bonus boobs.
Yeah.
Bonus boobs.
That's weird, man. Like,
Can you help me understand the Southern hospitality? Why everybody's so nice here? I mean, everybody's so welcoming and they're so open and they're like, it's not like L.A. Everybody's more closed off over in L.A. But here, everybody's just like, yeah, I'll help you. I got my neighbor to help me do this and do that. It's like it's just a different world over here.
Yeah, it's just it's more of a community. And this isn't a bash against L.A., but those big cities are so big that it's hard to find community. You know what I mean? It's like, and I worry about that for some of the cities in the South that are growing so rapidly. But it's that old Southern shit. Also, most of us that are really from here really grew up that way. Like, my daughter still sirs and ma'ams people. And, we're just, I just think my dude says it best is, what would your daddy say if you didn't open Bunny's door for her? You know what I mean? Like, and that's a real thing because in that era, that was like insanely disrespectful. That was like slapping your wife. Making her open her own door. You know what I mean? That was crazy. That was like beating a bitch. You know what I'm saying? To be like, oh, I'm not opening your door. You know what I mean? That still exists in community, especially when you get out like on a ranch or in the farm, like old country people. Like this little corner I'm in right now is this family where y'all just went up the top of the hill and turned around.
Yeah.
Just old single family homes, right? On big land.
Yeah.
Every one of those homes, though, are family. There's a cousin across the street, a sister right here, the aunts right here, the brothers right here, the uncles right here. There's 5, 6 houses up there. They're not huge houses, but they're whole families on 300 acres in the wealthiest county in Tennessee. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So it's in their community, and they're still just as white trash as we are. You know what I mean? Still barrel down there in an old Buick and stop and talk to me when I'm on my walk. And you need anything? And we baked something over there. If y'all want to come get some, I'll offer you breakfast. You know, they just we had a car get stuck in the mud the other day, and you could hear it from 12 acres away. A man screamed, "Y'all need some help?" And it just echoed. And we're like, yeah. He's like, "I'm on my way." You know what I'm saying? It's just
this resonates so much with me because, again, my neighbor Chase, who drove the bus, who's candidly sitting right there, I think.
Yeah.
And he's next door neighbors with his dad, and his dad's next door neighbors with his cousin, and like it's literally everything that you just described. And this past Friday, 4 days ago, I drove past something. I went too far, so I pull into a driveway to back out and then turn around. And as I back out, I don't realize that the grass on the side of the thing goes all the way down, so now I'm stuck in the mud. And like I'm stuck in the mud, spinning my wheels, and I'm like, I can't get out of this thing. And the next person to drive by is Chase's cousin.
Yes.
You know, like, and then the next guy comes by, he's like, "Hey man, you need some help?" And Chase's cousin Travis says, "You got a strap?" He goes, "Yeah, hell yeah, I got a strap." And they strap me up and pull me out of the ditch, like the coolest thing ever. And then last night the boys flew in from LA. I told them, "Hey, I'm gonna run to the grocery store. You know, like I'll be back." And while I'm in the grocery store, you know, Bunny and I figure out. You know, she says it's 12:30 today, and I'm like, "Okay." Chase comes into the, you know, Chase is right there. Comes to the grocery store. I get back to the house with my groceries, and these guys are like, "Oh, you saw Chase at the grocery store?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Yeah." They're like, "What are the odds?" I say, "You know, when you're in Portland, Tennessee, odds are pretty good."
Pretty fine.
Yeah.
I mean, people just go above and beyond, and like that makes me feel uncomfortable for like somebody like, "Yeah, get the straps. Let me call this person. Help them move your tire." It's like, I'm like,
you're
"Fuck,
like
dude,
that,
no, I'll
dude.
just, huh?"
You're like that, dude.
Yes, but when people do that for me, I'm uncomfortable with like, "Fuck, now he's got to call this neighbor to get this." I'm like, "Dude, it's okay. I'll just call AAA."
Though. Givers don't know how to receive gifts.
Huh?
Givers don't know how to receive gifts.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I couldn't be happier in Tennessee, man. I wasn't even prepared for how much I was gonna love it out here.
No, dude, it's a different, and even down to you talking about his daddy living next to him. It's probably similar here. I went and talked to his family one day. I said, "Hey, this is my dream too, is to own a bunch of land and live with my family. If y'all ever think of selling, holler at me." And they said, "Well, you have to talk to whoever inherits it." And then she turned around and said, and I'm probably the 8th generation that said that to the other 8. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, knowing that their kids are already trained, like, we're never going to sell this property.
Right.
And that's like where in LA, you could go, everybody has a number.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can throw it, there's a number for everybody lives in LA with a number. Period.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't exist out here. People are like, "No, you can't, I don't care." This land right here is worth so much money right now. And you could offer double it, triple it. You could offer money you think they would not refuse. And these people out here will look you in the eye in Tennessee and go, "Pass."
You're like, "What do I need that money for?"
They were like, "What are you talking? What am I going to do? Go buy a more expensive version of this somewhere? I've been here my whole life. I love it.
Right.
I've carved the woods the way I want them." You know what I'm saying?
But then there's like, I heard Kid Rock lives here in Tennessee, and that he made a deal with all of his neighbors that he bought their land, but even though he owns their land, they live on it for the rest of their natural life. So they've got all the money that they got from selling the land, and and nothing changes as far as living there.
Yeah. Well, if he did, it's one, I should ask him. I'll ask him next time I see him, because his spread is baller.
Yeah.
His spread is you talking about like goals. I'll give you an example. I got my first nice house, and I went to go see Taylor Lewan, the left tackle from the Tennessee Titans, one of my really good friends. And he opened the door, and I looked at him, and I'll never forget. I went, "Thank you for humbling me today." I was like, there's a different kind of money from NFL money to Jelly Roll play the guitar money. Taylor Lewan would have that same moment at Kid Rock's place. Really? You know what I'm saying? And so would Derrick Henry probably. I mean, it is like, whoa. So the idea of him buying that entire side of Tennessee probably, and the 20 closest properties to him, so you can just when you die, I'll just take over the end.
Yeah.
Till then, I'll probably cut a path for some four-wheelers. That would not surprise me at all. He's also, him and Eric Church have gave me the single best business advice of anybody in the music business. Like, those are the two dudes, if I have a real pickle, like if I'm fixing to sign a deal or do something a little like, I wonder if this is the right idea, those are two guys I know that'll give me straight advice.
Yeah.
Kid Rock is a businessman, tried and true.
Yeah, he is definitely that, man. He is definitely that. He's cool.
Eric Church too, dude. Eric Church owns a piece of the Charlotte Hornets. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like a country music singer from Spit Bucket, North Carolina. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Like that's a different kind of business acumen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we got to get you some Tennessee Titan games, dude.
You hadn't been to a Tennessee Titan game, Steve-O?
I have not.
Dude, we gotta go. They're a ball.
The Predators too. I've been to the hockey games in LA. It's always a hoot.
No, this is
You're
way.
a Tennessee resident now, baby.
Yeah, this is way cool. We'll hook you up, dude. The Predators are so good too, and the Titans. Both organizations are the best.
Yeah.
Like, really good to people. Like Nate Bain is the relations guy over at the Tennessee Titans. He's the homie, and
I love it.
The Predators are just the best. That whole building is David, the guy who manages the building. Just whatever.
I'm repping Tennessee, man.
Come on, dude. We love having you, dude. We'll get you some Titan blue, baby. We'll get you a Predator jersey. Listen, listen, if you got time before you leave, I'll go show you where my studio's getting built.
Love it.
But every wall is a Tennessee something.
Nice.
Just for that reference, I want you to see it. It's like I am so proud to be from Nashville, Tennessee, because I am from a city where everybody who ever made money in the music business came here to make it.
Yeah.
Like to be one of the insiders. Like I look at Nashville.
Except for Young Buck.
Yeah, which is my buddy.
Yeah, dude, I love Young Buck.
He's the best, dude. He was the first rapper in Nashville to go platinum.
Yeah.
It like super inspired me in a way that was. I've always been if you can see it happen, it can happen, guy.
Yeah.
Like if I can get close enough to see somebody do it, then I can assess it. And normally 9 out of 10 times I'm like, man, we got the same 2 legs and 2 arms and 1 head. I should be able to figure this out.
Yeah.
And watching Buck's video shoot when he brought 50 Cent here, and 50 Cent had that. He just had the intro of the song. It was Buck's first technical single by himself that before Shorty Wanna Ride and everything. I know you're gonna let me shine and get mine. I know you're gonna let me in with this 9. Yeah. And remember at the beginning, 50 hit him with that go shouty. We back up in this bitch again. We party harder than you could imagine. So he had 50 here for that video shoot, and we went down to Lishie Avenue, which was a famous set of projects in East Nashville. And I pulled up with Jazz, the coach, and all my guys from Crosstrack because I battle rapped a lot back in the day. I was really heavy in Nashville rap culture. And I stood across the street, and there was 10,000 people probably in these projects. I mean, you could not move. The police couldn't even get in. And there's 50 Cent, the biggest artist on earth, standing there next to Young Buck. And I remember thinking, we're all going to be famous tomorrow. The whole city, we're going to be famous. We're blowing up. He named his album Straight Outta Cashville. Think about this. At that time, Nashville, Tennessee's population was probably 650,000. It was like the size of Columbus, Ohio at that time. Mm-hmm. So as perspective, for you to name your album about what we consider to be a little city, a little metropolis, was like, I just assumed every rapper in Nashville was going to be famous instantly because of that. You know what I mean? And that was one of them big moments for me where I was like, oh, I can do this. I've seen it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, we had Buck on here, sitting right there in that seat, and man, I gotta say, for having been through what he's been through, like his perspective on everything, like his humility is so tangible, man.
Right.
You know, God, it's just I was really impressed with what kind of a guy he was.
Yeah, he's and watching him over the years navigate it, deal with it.
Yeah.
I've got to be a front seat. One of the coolest things in my career was I was able to watch early. I got the guys I named, Young Buck, Haystack. I got to watch up close and personal these guys do good or where things would go bad for them. Like, I'm sure Buck wouldn't mind me sharing this. I learned, my daddy once told me, a smart man will learn from his mistakes, a wise man will learn from the mistakes of others.
Wow.
I hired a business manager when Young Buck went through his legal problems because that all stemmed from a tax issue.
Yep.
And me, just like Buck, I come from a line of people that didn't pay taxes or kind of looked forward to getting tax returns, frankly. So you don't understand paying taxes. And to this day, when I hired a business manager, the first thing we sat down and talked about, he said, what do you expect from me? I said, I don't know, because I don't even know what you do. But I have one expectation as of today. Never let me get in tax trouble. Mm-hmm. I was like, I watched a buddy of mine go through it, and it was the worst thing that ever happened to him. You know what I mean? Because they ended up coming to seize his stuff and then found a gun in the house. And they'd have never found the gun if they were never there seizing the stuff. It was a cause and reaction kind of a thing. And I was just like, man, I learned even just from that, outside of what Buck's taught me, just being able to watch Buck.
Yeah.
But to come back from that and have to go to federal prison for some stuff that could have, like just shouldn't even be a problem anyways. Like,
Right.
I hate to say it. I mean, I know he's a felon, but I mean, a celebrity with a firearm in the state of Tennessee, where he's the only famous rapper ever at the time. Him and Starlito were the only two big rappers out of the city in that era. So like he's quite a target at the time,
Right.
too. You know what I mean? It's like, man, I could only imagine the pressure he was feeling.
Yeah, and
that
just taking
moment.
taking it on the chin, and like having an attitude like just a.
What was you talking about earlier? Where he's fucking up right now? The attitude of I fucked up.
Yeah.
That's Buck's attitude. It's like I blew it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like Buck's kind of how I look at like when people are like,
Yeah.
I never justify my cases. I was dead wrong. How about this? Ron White had the best joke ever. The police have never arrested me for a crime I didn't commit.
Yeah.
I've never one time been cuffed like, no, I'm not him. I didn't do this. Every time I was dead, they had me dead center right.
For sure.
And a case to prove it that I couldn't, prove otherwise.
Yep. Man, that's amazing.
Jump on the grenade, dude.
Yeah. Shout out to Buck, man. I
Yeah.
love that dude.
I do too, man.
Yeah. So I want to touch on like the jail situation, and I know like I don't want to be every other podcast. You've talked about like being incarcerated on a million podcasts, and I love it. I just don't want to retread that. What I'm interested in, like when you were in jail, did you have a TV set in your cell?
No.
No.
No, just radio. Yeah, just radio. I was thinking about this earlier. I'm still not a TV guy now. Like, we'll watch a show at night because it's something for me and my wife to bond over, but I'm so weird that if I watch the UT football game, I'll still turn on the radio and listen to the UT Vols network because I love that sound better. I love the sound of the stadium in the background, and you know what I mean? I don't know why. I was thinking about this. Me and my wife joke. She remembers every actor we ever see. I don't remember any of them. You know what I mean? Like, ever. Like, I'll love the movie, and we'll see the guy in person. She'll be like, you love that guy. I'll be like, yeah, what's his name? And I'll only know him by the character. I'm that asshole.
Yeah.
So I had to quit being that asshole because I didn't realize I was an asshole. And I was like, what's up? Nolan from the guy from ABC's The Rookie. You know what I'm saying? Who I'm sure is a fucking father and a great guy that doesn't want to be referred to as one party place.
Who's the guy from Fresh Prince? Carlin?
Oh,
No,
Carlton.
Carlton.
What's his name though?
What
I know,
about
but
the
it's the-
roles?
Rubio.
Yeah, y'all suck too.
Alfonso Rubio.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not alone. You're bad people too.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
somebody told me that they saw him and they were like, "Yo, Carlton," and like,
Well, it's like George Costanza on Seinfeld.
yeah, but I don't think you're gonna bum him out. Like, I don't know. Like, and Alfonso, man, lots of love to you too. Like, I get it, but I think that if you're gonna be Carlton from the Fresh Prince and get bent out of shape if people call you Carlton, you're kind of setting yourself up to be bummed out a lot.
I'd find a way to make peace with that.
Yeah.
I'd either just do the dance or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just fucking,
Yeah,
for
make
sure.
peace with that.
I've
Okay,
thought about it. I'm going to be Jelly my whole career. I could go
okay,
in, you know what I mean?
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I mean,
I prefer Jelly over Jelly Roll. Maybe one day I can do a Prince and just drop the roll. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's epic. Okay, but now you were in and out of jail.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like when you first went in, it was like 3 years, and then like, you were out, but then back in. You called the revolving door.
Oh, yeah. No,
So-
for sure.
When you're going back in, and you know you're going back in for like a reasonable bid, like, do you pack your prison pocket?
Oh God.
Yeah, right.
Here we go.
No. I've never had the luxury of knowing I was going to do
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's always been a surprise. You know what I'm saying? It's always been, I've never turned myself in. It's never been my style. In fact, I was one of those street dudes that looked at it like, you know what? They should earn their money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they're getting paid, but come pick me up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Vinny over here, he knew he was going in. So you got convicted, and then he had to surrender.
Yeah, I had to
for your-
Did you do a
surrender.
weekend or did you have to do
No, I
30
did
days or
6
something?
months.
Oh, that was a jail sentence, dude.
Yeah.
That's a real bid.
Yeah.
What did you and you didn't take nothing with you? Did you at least
Oh no!
pop a Xanax on the way in?
I took a bunch with me.
His prison
Really?
pocket
Yeah,
was loaded.
it was pretty full.
Damn.
Yeah, I had a syringe up there, a bunch of Xanax, heroin, tobacco, rolling
How many
papers.
bundles?
Oh, you were
There's
trying to start a small business.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me show you what's wrong
Concession
with us
stand.
as people, right? Is that you went into a 6-month sentence with 16 years worth of shit in your asshole. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
For sure.
And that is the math we used when we were in that situation. It was like, this totally makes sense.
Oh my God! I think that's the most joyful thing. I almost feel like we just got to end on that, dude. I don't have anything. Like, let's go out strong, dude. That was funny as hell. My man Jelly, dude. So
dude, thank you, man. This was really cool.
Your tour is on sale today.
Yes, sir.
And transparently, this comes out day after tomorrow. So as you're listening to this, if you got to this the day it came out.
Is this my camera right here?
That's your camera right there.
Listen,
Yes, sir.
let me do this if you don't mind, Steve.
Yeah, please do.
I am one of the many people that watches your shit, so check this out. Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Jelly Roll. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you didn't know anything about me, I hope you understand that I'm mostly in satire. But more importantly, I hope you take the time to go to jellyroll615.com. I am doing my first full arena lap around America. It's huge. Madison Square Garden. Some big destination shows. Got a lot of festivals I'm doing. If you don't see my city, it's because I'm playing a festival there. Just cruise the website. I love you. New music coming really soon. I hadn't announced that anywhere. Breaking news. New music coming. I don't know when the album will come out, but I'll start releasing some songs really soon, like in the next 30, 45 days.
Okay, you know what I want to do? Vinny's he's a big-time producer of the podcast. He also edits the podcast. Yes. Vinny, I'm loving Jelly Roll so much. This is what we want to do. When I do my intro, we're going to do my intro to the podcast. We're going to cut to what Jelly just did talking about his tour.
So it's in the beginning.
So the very beginning of the podcast is Jelly doing that announcement he just did. And then we're going to cut from that to... I bring to you Jelly Roll.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, so we get that. We get his promo out there at the top.
Love it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Cool
Hey,
shit.
Yeah. Dude,
Thank y'all for this, dude.
That was
man,
very professional. You've done that before.
Yeah. I am shameless.
Yeah,
I have no
it.
problem. Keep this clip too. I am shameless. When it comes time, like I lived in shame for too long. Now I'm in a place where it's like, please buy a ticket to come see me in the show. I don't want to have an empty birthday party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, I love it, man. I love it. And what else can I say, dude? It's been an honor. We really went in on like your Full Send podcast, the Rogan podcast, like the Bobby Jones thing. All this. We really like kind of went in. I was like, man. I felt like a lot of that those interviews kind of overlapped with the same. I was like, I don't want to talk about the same stuff. And I think we did a pretty good job of keeping this fresh.
Well,
and,
the cool thing about this is I haven't talked about the Grammys, Super, any of that shit that people have seen me do.
Even
I haven't talked about
right?
the Congress thing really. So it's like any of that shit people seen me do, I've been kind of dark. I'm not an album cycle, so it's like I'm kind of trying to be a little quiet. But I was such a fan of yours, I was like, I want to do it whenever he's available.
Man, dude, that means the world to me, brother.
I'm excited because we're probably like 80% done with the record. It's like really close.
Sick.
Like it's.
You know, I wanted to tell you this too. That song, I only talk to God when I need a favor.
I only talk to God when I need a favor.
That is such a powerful sentiment. You know, like it's unbelievable. And I was gonna ask you this: what like you start out rapping, and like and I'm guessing in the beginning when you're a rapper, when you're battling, it's you and Buck and 50's there and all those years ago, like you're not about to step up to a mic and sing at that point.
Yeah, didn't think I had a voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like how recently did you say, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to sing?
I think I was singing my choruses early in my career. So, like, on YouTube, if you go back as early as, like, 2009, I guess, maybe 6, I'm singing choruses, but I'm not really singing them. I'm, like, kind of rap singing them. Like, I wake up every day, I hit my knees and pray. But I wasn't, like, now, knowing I can sing, I would have sung it more like, I wake up every day, I hit my knees and pray, right? But then it was like I was scared. So like I wake up every day, I hit. So it's like you kind of see it happening slowly over the years.
Yeah, okay.
And then you start seeing me getting a little more boastful with it. But Save Me is where I really put my nuts on the table. Like Save Me was that moment for me. It was the moment where I was like, I always reference the YouTube comment, Steve-O. I posted under that video, I posted, hey y'all, something to the extent of like, I know this is different for me. Tell me what you think about it and should it make my album? And it wasn't like, yeah, I know this is different from me. Yeah, what you think? It should make the album? Like a condescending kind of rhetorical question.
Yeah.
I was looking for some sort of support. I was looking for somebody to go, this doesn't sound bad at all.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because I was still that nervous because I was singing in a really high register and like really belting. It's like a soulful, just like from the gut singing kind of song. It's one of those songs, I don't know how much y'all know about music. I don't know a lot. But the biggest note in the song is like the second note of the song. Like I give away, like if a song's supposed to take you here, I blow here immediately. And historically that says songs only go down from there. And everything about it wasn't supposed to be a hit because I didn't know enough about music to know what a hit was. So I'm just writing from the soul. So like I'm doubling the chorus. I didn't know you could do a turnaround musically. So we just did ooze in the entire measure of the song to come back around to where I could start the second verse. That wasn't strategic. That was me being like, I didn't know I could do a turnaround. Now that I've learned the guitar, I'm like, oh, we could have just turned that around and got, I'm gonna be hurt, shatter my hopes and my dreams. What if the night sky could have just turned it around? But I didn't know that, so I was like, well, we're just going to have to let the whole measure go around. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. And for that song to do what it did for me was when I was like, oh, no, I'm singing there. I can sing. And it's
What was the YouTube comment? Was it the comment that you posted?
Yeah, you know how you like post something, you do the first comment?
And the feedback was pretty positive.
It was insane. I mean, the video did, 5 million views the first week. It's 200-something million views now. It's a 4 or 5 time platinum song. It was #1 at country radio. It's number 25 at pop radio right now. I just wrote it with a dude I've known for 20 years that grew up in a trailer park down the street. Neither one of us were hit songwriters. We didn't know anything about. We didn't know another. It's the most simple guitar structure because we didn't know how to play the guitar really. So he was just like, "Yo, I can do this," and I was like, "It works for me." There was nothing poetic about it. It changed my entire life, man. It showed me the power of upload.
Yeah.
Right. Just the power of just like being like. And somebody said this to me, and I live by this, and you might feel this way about comedy, but a song is never finished. We just stop. Like, a joke's never finished. We're just done.
Sure.
Because
every time you perform it, it's evolving.
And it could evolve forever.
Sure.
You could never put it on a special. There comes a point where you have to go, this joke is anything I do, and it's like, I realize that because then the same person told me, there's a difference between polishing the paint off and polishing the paint prime. So, like, you can polish paint to this pretty gleam, or you're 3 polishes away from fucking it off.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like there comes a point where I could keep fucking with these songs forever. So I just get to a point where I'm like, I'm done with that song, and into the world it goes, you know?
Yeah, I think that the way that I would interpret that is that you get to a point where you're not... like constructively evolving it anymore. Now what you're doing is you're like camping out on it. You're now it's becoming your comfort zone, and you got to get out of that comfort zone.
Right.
And the way that you sum that up is you say it's better to be a comedy factory than a comedy warehouse. You don't want to camp out on the same shit, just storing it, just like you want to make new shit.
It's better to be a song factory than a song warehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always tell artists, too, that if I ask you what's your favorite song you ever wrote, and if you can tell me a song that's on Spotify or Apple Music or Amazon, you're in trouble.
Okay.
Your favorite song you ever wrote should either be in your phone or you should be actively looking for it. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. Because the day I tell you my favorite song is Save Me, I'm done. I don't think I'm ever going to write a better song. I've got a favorite song. I've married one. It's like... My favorite stuff I've ever wrote in my career is sitting in a Dropbox right now.
Hell
you know what I mean?
Dude.
And when it goes into the world, I let it live and enjoy that moment for a few months, and then I immediately go, oh no, my favorite song's on iTunes.
Ooh, then you're looking in the rear view.
Then I'm trying to be a song factory again, baby. You know what I'm saying? Back to writing songs, Papa.
Okay, since we didn't end at that point, Mike Busey said to ask you about the early Dope Boy promoter shows.
They were the worst. They were the worst. You're talking about the biggest mistake we make as young, hungry artists is the need that we think every opportunity. I know every opportunity is a opportunity, but every opportunity ain't a good opportunity. All money ain't good money. You know what I mean? And we would just, dude, I mean, we've had to steal TVs, pull cues. We went to jail. We fist fought bikers that were protecting the club owner. You know what I mean? Just like the shadiest shows, always a promise and never deliver. Always, and I look back now, I wouldn't stop and get gas near some of those bars I played. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And I was just out there, just fucking arguing with an owner of this bar, this promoter, because they'd have 30 openers. Yeah. And they'd make every opener sell 2 tickets, and there'd be 60 people there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It was ridiculous. It was the van days. It was the birthday days. It started getting cool when you start playing real venues, hard ticket spots. Them soft ticket or like some dude rented a place, you're in trouble. Yeah. When you start playing like that's when it started getting good. I tell artists, do not fall for the bar trick. You know what I'm saying? Do not just wait it out. You know what I'm saying? Wait it out. Be one of 4 on a 300-person proper venue tour, then go out and play a 500-person bar. You know, I'll never forget. I played every bar in Nashville because that's how I came up.
I think that you're gonna get the reps out of that, though. You know, I mean, you came up that way.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I encourage people to get in front of crowds that don't know them, but find a way to get into the loop. Because I can tell you what I do know. There's a band that's selling 500 tickets somewhere, or 300 tickets, that is in dire need of a 1 of 4. Needs it desperately. Needs somebody, because that's what I started doing. That's when it started getting real, and I started learning the business when I started getting into like opening up for ICP. Or opening up for Twisted when they were doing 500 cap rooms, and me and White were 1 of 3. Mm-hmm. It was we were 2 of 4 or something. You know what I mean? It was like I was 1 of 4 on the ICP tour, and we didn't play a venue more than 1,000 people.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was 1 of 4. I got paid $50 a night, or like $200 a night, but I learned the business out there. You know what I mean? In the bars, go. You're right. Go do them. I will. I'm open to the concept, Steve-O. Go do some bars. But don't get stuck in a bar circuit. It is dangerous. Go play. I guess when I look at bars too, is like go play Tootsies. You know what I mean? Go play a bar. Like I'm with that, but like, man, that bar circuit is scary, dude.
But why though? Because people are like fighting and they can't hear you, and they like what?
Well,
what
yeah,
is
it's
it?
like
it's just
like Roadhouse and fucking.
Yeah, we went to Roadhouses, dude. There's a club called Ground Zero in Spartanburg, South Carolina. It's the most dangerous place I've ever been as far as fist fighting. I mean, them rednecks fought. From the moment they got to the park, they started fighting in the parking lot for the doors open. It was insane.
Yeah, I think that the comedy comparison there is, hey, you want to get into comedy, get to an open mic. Yeah. You know, the bar is the open mic, but once you're actually doing business, then don't do the comedy in the bar. Do the comedy at a comedy club where it's meant to be happening.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But
that is so gangster. That's why I love comedy so much. I would never have the balls to stand in front of a bar full of people that didn't ask me to be there with just a microphone while they're eating dinner and having drinks and be like, so, what about the election? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers are just like, what the fuck is happening up here? You know what I'm saying? I played a spot one time that had chicken wire around the stage. I played one of them old school spots. It was awesome. They didn't throw nothing at me, but it was a real place.
Is that the Roadhouse?
Yeah, no. Spartanburg's called Ground Zero. They're probably going to hate this press, but maybe it's changed, right? But back in the day, dude, that place was a rumble, dude. And the problem is, at that, in our young, early careers, especially the way we drank, we wasn't able to be around fights without participating. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We were those guys. It was like if the fight started getting really big, it's like we should get involved in this. We were always we were always like, let's pick the side that's losing and even the deck. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Great.
Yeah, the difference is they all know each other, so they ended up just kicking our ass. You know what I'm saying?
God damn. All right, dude. Jelly Roll on Instagram's at JellyRoll615.
Yes.
Follow. The tour is on sale
right now.
Get
JellyRoll615.com.
JellyRoll615.com for the Beautifully Broken tour.
You coming out to LA?
Yes.
Part of that
He's
tour?
going to crypto, dog.
Big deal.
Sick, dude.
Huge
November
deal.
6th.
Big deal for me. Crypto September 6th.
Dude.
Somebody buy some tickets, man. I need help. I'm scared.
How many tickets is Crypto Arena?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look at my
15, 16?
yeah, it's 15 or 16, I'm sure.
Sick.
And we're selling 240. We're not selling 360, but we'll sell back behind the stage because of the way the thing's set up. So it's gonna be big.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
what an honor. What a
Love
blast.
you, dude. Thank you for coming.
this was great.
Y'all
Epic
doing this at
podcast.
people's houses is like immediately disarming to it.
We've heard that.
Because you're immediately like, I'll talk about whatever. I'm in my driveway. You know what I'm saying? Hey, plus. You see everybody get.
Yeah, dude. Was Jelly Roll the man or what? And what can I say to my wonderful street team? You beautiful people who stick around to the very end of the episode. I want to tell you that I think I'm really happy. I love being in Tennessee. I think it's just so good for me. I feel relaxed. I feel stoked. I'm turning this property into like the most ridiculous playground for children of all ages. Like I said with the archery today, we got in the hot tub and watched a movie on a 30-foot inflatable screen. Tomorrow we're putting up a batting cage. Like I built this roller rink for my ramp. I bought this, dude. Let me just tell you that I'm super stoked on what I call the Radical Ranch, and I've been quietly giving updates about the ranch on Reddit. I've got my own Stevo Raw. It's this r/Stevo Raw, and it's a small community of like 7,000. Which compared to like social media numbers, like it's tiny, but like those are my people that I'm giving special updates to, and my street team should all be there. I hope you're having a great day because, gosh, I'm having a really great day today, and I love you. Thank you for sticking around. Yeah.